You know what time it is. It's been 5 days, but we finally get Knicks basketball tonight. Let's start the dang show already. We are back once again. Finally, I feel like it's been a week because it damn near has been a week. It's been 5 days, but we get our guys. Jaylen Brunson is back. Karl-Anthony Towns is back. Coach Mike Brown is back. We are back like we never left. The New York Knicks are here to stay. Not really, because then we don't have another Knicks game until Monday, but that's fine. That's fine. We're finally back to a decent regular schedule. Our first prime time game here this preseason. Right now, we'll get to the regular season. We'll get there. But this preseason, our first prime time start time. Right, the previous 2 games we have watched were against the lowly Philadelphia 76ers, so we're going to get some actual competition here in the first half when we take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. My goodness, should be a good game. I'm excited. We spent the past week watching games that aren't the Knicks, that haven't been all that entertaining. Not a bad one, though. We did watch the Timberwolves, scouting the opponent a little bit, did watch the Timberwolves take on the Indiana Pacers, and that turned out to be an incredibly fun game. So here tonight, we're going to get another incredibly fun game, except this time, it's going to be with our guys. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. We've gone through this enough times. We don't necessarily need to go through it again here in the preseason, but we're going to throw it out. We're going to run through it real quick and just sort of talk about what we've seen in the preseason so far from our guy, Jaylen Brunson. Now, we've gone through these stats. If anybody hasn't seen these stats, 26 points per game last year, about almost 7.5 assists from our guy, the captain, Jaylen Brunson, doing his thing. He 38.3% from 3. He is on his way to having an even more efficient season this year. I'm predicting 50 from the field at least, 85 from the foul line, 40 from three-point range from Jaylen Brunson this season. I said it right here, right now. Game 3 of the preseason, I said it. We're in for a career year from Jaylen Brunson. And this is coming off of some career year from Jaylen Brunson. We get to our guy, Karl-Anthony Towns. Robin Schultz, up Robin. Susan, Nostalgic Nick, appreciate y'all. Paul Dog NYC, what's up, Paul? Happy to see you. Who else we got in here? Who am I missing? Who else we got in here? Mark, of course. What's up, Mark? Appreciate you. Karen, of course. Not Joe, my man, Not Joe. What's up, Not Joe? But after Jaylen Brunson, we get to the big man, Karl-Anthony Towns, who hasn't really shown too much this preseason. He's feeling his way out. If you've listened to any of the post-practice interviews from Coach Brown, he's talked about how Karl-Anthony Towns is going to be he's putting Karl-Anthony Towns in a difficult position here, having to learn a bunch of different positions and where everybody's going to be on the court because he's going to be playing both center and power forward. So he's going to have a difficult time adjusting to the new system, but he will eventually get there, and when he does get there, watch out for Karl-Anthony Towns. We already know what he's capable of. We saw all of this last year. We've gone over it 2 times already before. Again, a lot of this stuff will change on a game-to-game basis once we get to the regular season, but we're not there yet, so no need to necessarily start changing stuff right now. We get to OG Anunoby. The dog is we got the same 5 starters as usual. So far that we got the first 2 preseason games. Obviously, Anunoby didn't play the first game. He will be available playing tonight. All 5 starters are playing tonight. And yes, that includes Mitchell Robinson. Big Mike, what's up, Big Mike? Is that Reefer Haddock Randall playing today? Hello, JK. Salute the Randall for reversing our free agent curse. I think Julius Randall is also playing today. Yes. Now, former. Did you say former? No, former Reefer Haddock. Maybe, possibly. Allegedly. Well, he kind of said it. He put it out there. We know what OG Anunoby's capable of. Expecting a big year from him as well. Again, I'm scratching at everything, trying to find as much information as we can about our team. Big Mike, former. Yes, sir. Right, got to throw that in there. Trying to find any information we can about our Knicks, obviously going into the season. And so I'm watching all the practice footage as much as they're putting out. I'm watching all the interviews, post-practice, everything we could find, all the Instagram posts, all of the Twitter posts, all of the things, right? We're scouring the internet for a bunch of stuff. Daniel Tilson, what's up, Daniel? Right? Nostalgic Nick, what's up, Nostalgic Nick? We're scouring the internet for anything and everything that we can find about our Knicks. And one of the practice videos shows the Knicks sprinting to the corners, practicing launching those threes that they're looking for in transition. And so that's cool. That's great. I'm expecting a big year from OG Anunoby. I'm expecting closer to 40%. 37% not bad from three-point range, but he was a little inconsistent from the perimeter last year, and that should be a strong suit of his game. So I'm expecting a bigger season from OG Anunoby this year. And it may not necessarily show itself in the counting stats per se, but we'll know it when we see it. And I'm excited to see it. The efficiency should go up from our guy OG. Should be getting easier shots. And speaking of getting easier shots, Mikal Bridges is in for an upswing of a season coming off a down year last year under Tom Thibodeau. Very clearly was not a fan of the system that Tom Thibodeau ran. Seems to be a much bigger fan of the Mike Brown system. And again, for the beginning part of the season, we will be comparing Tom Thibodeau and Mike Brown a lot, just because it's what you have to do if you're going to be comparing this year's version of the team versus last year's version of the team. It's what happens. It's what happens. Tom Thibodeau's a good coach, but I'm going to be comparing him to Mike Brown. And so far, I'm more of a fan of Mike Brown than I've ever been of Tom Thibodeau, but that's just me. Mikal Bridges, first two preseason games outside of Mitchell Robinson. I think Mitchell Robinson's been the most impressive player so far here in the preseason. Mikal Bridges he's shown some things to me. It's like, there he is. There's the Phoenix mixed with the Brooklyn Nets. Mikal Bridges that we were hoping, the combination of those two players that we were hoping to get here in New York. So far in the preseason, I feel like we've seen that, right? The cutting, the shooting, the movement without the ball. The defense seems to have picked up with a different defensive strategy that Mike Brown is trying to implement a little bit. There's some hard hedging. There's some switching. There's not a lot of dropping, but there's some dropping as well. Just mixing in different coverages that I think Mikal Bridges isn't tasked with. You have to be on ball, and that's it. You get no help because we're in drop coverage every single time. It's like, cool. Okay, that's not helping anybody. That's not helping Mikal Bridges. That's not playing to his strength. So far, it seems like Mike Brown is not going to put him in that position, but we'll watch as it continues to go. We get another game here, another game of evidence to wax poetic about Mike Brown versus Tom Thibodeau. But, Tom Thibodeau did a good enough job. I like Tom Thibodeau. He did enough for the team. Happy to have moved on when we did. We get the Big Mitch, who, like I said previously, has probably been the most impressive Knick of the preseason so far. Nick Yak, what's up, Nick Yak? He's probably been the most impressive Knick so far here in the preseason. He had, in the first game, he had 16 rebounds in 18 minutes. Only played the first half, obviously. Ridiculous from Big Mitch. He's in for a big year, and again, we're going to do it every single time. Knock on every piece of wood you could find. Any piece of wood that's around you, knock on it. Every single one of them. And every single one of you in the chat need to knock on wood right now. If he can stay healthy throughout the regular season, he will get consideration for not just Defensive Player of the Year. He's going to get the consideration for First Team All-Defense. He's going to be in all these crazy conversations and everything. He's due for a huge, huge year. It also isn't lost on anybody that it is a contract year for Mitchell Robinson, right? So hopefully my man can stay healthy. You guys know how big of a fan of Mitchell Robinson I am. I'm looking for my man to have another nice outing here tonight. We get to Big Josh Hart, who is not playing today. It's mostly precautionary. He seems fine. He went out with the back spasms in Game 1, did not play in Game 2. He's also listed out here in Game 3, but this time with an illness. I just don't think Josh Hart really wants to play in the preseason, and who can blame him? He's the chaos engine. He's the heart of the team. He's an energy guy. So why do I need to exert my energy here in the preseason? Let's roll the ball out. You know what I can do. Let's get to the regular season and do it. We know what Josh Hart is about. He don't even really like to practice. So it's fine. Okay. Just make sure you're healthy. Should did something with that finger, big dog, but it's okay. It's okay. Frank Chiarez, what's up, Frank? Happy to see you back, brother. We get to Deuce McBride, who has probably been the third most impressive Knick here in preseason. Deuce McBride came out firing in Game 1. Looked fantastic. Happy to be back home so we can see him kind of in a regular environment in Madison Square Garden here tonight against a better team than the Philadelphia 76ers were. So a better matchup, a better opponent for him to kind of showcase some new skills, some new things that made us very excited that he showed out in Game 1, even in Game 2. The thing I've most been impressive with is his tenacity on the boards. right? Like, I know he can shoot that three. I know he's been working on the handle. I want to see him be a better finisher, obviously. Maybe get to a float game a little bit more. Maybe rely on that mid-range game that I know he has going back to his time at West Virginia. But the thing I've been most impressed with is that at 6'1", he's digging in. He's boxing dudes out, going for rebounds, putting himself in a position where I can get the rebound and I can go. Or I can get a rebound and use my point guard skills that a lot of people think I don't have and get some outlet passes and fill the lane and get to wide open three-point shots in transition. This feels like a better system for Deuce McBride, whereas Tom Thibodeau's system was more half court, more deliberate, more like, okay, let's run some pick and roll stuff. Let's see what we can develop. Let's see what we can create. Deuce McBride wants to get out and run. He wants to fill space. He wants to fill lanes. He's a little bit of a mini Mikal Bridges, and we all know that the Tom Thibodeau Mikal Bridges system did not vibe. I get the sense that the Deuce McBride, Tom Thibodeau relationship was starting to sour a little bit. He was like, man, you're not putting me in positions where I could be super successful. You're not really trusting me to do a little bit more. I think Mike Brown's going to put that trust in him. From all the reports that we're seeing, and so far in the preseason, it seems like he's really, really attacking sort of that open space in the rotation to, like, you think Jordan Clarkson's going to be the sixth man? You think Yabusele is going to be the sixth man? No, Deuce McBride is going to be the sixth man. And I really like that about Deuce. He's really attacking it. He looks fantastic so far. Looking for another big performance from him here today. Now we get deeper into the bench. We get probably going to be a fan favorite here, one of my favorites, Gershon Yabusele, the dancing bear, the big Frenchman right here. 6'8", 265, my man is enormous. They don't call him the dancing bear for nothing. I just slapped my hat. They don't call him the dancing bear for nothing. Last year with Philly, 11 points per game, 5.6 rebounds. He can be a small ball big. He could be a stretch four. He might even be able to play the three a little bit, although I don't know if he could slide them feet enough to keep up with perimeter players. And plus, I don't know if they want to get that big, right? I think what you're going to see is a lot of him at the four, and maybe even every now and again, Raymond Jacobs. What's up, Raymond? Maybe even every now and again with Gershon Yabusele, you may see him slide over to that small ball five. You already saw in the second preseason game Mike Brown start to experiment with some lineups with the small ball five. He experimented with some lineups with three guard sets, having Brogdon, McBride, and Clarkson out there at the same time. You know, just some things that the previous regime was very allergic to even trying. I like that Mike Brown here in the preseason is utilizing the fact that he's got a bunch of dudes healthy, and even Josh Hart sitting out is going to allow him an opportunity to try different lineups, different sets, see who has chemistry with together, see what lineups work well together, right? See if it's possible to play Yabu with the small ball five, right? See if it's possible to go to a three-guard lineup. Can those guys keep up, considering they're all pretty undersized at three guards right there, right? Is the offense versus defense trade-off good enough to maybe go to it for a 3-4 minute burst, 2-minute burst even, right? You're just trying to build some momentum with certain lineups like that before you swap guys in and out. Part of the reason why I think you move on to a guy like Mike Brown, but we're not going to harp on it too much. We get to Jordan Clarkson over here, 16.2 points per game last season. A little bit of a down year. You could even see some of the percentages. 40% from the field is not great. And already in the preseason, we're seeing he's a guy who wants to come in and get shots up. We know this. We know what's going on with Jordan Clarkson, right? First two preseason games, he doesn't look like he's fully fitting in just yet, still finding his way. Mike Brown still finding the way to utilize a guy like Jordan Clarkson with his skill set who wants to come in and get shots up, right? Not that he even wants to. Obviously he wants to, but like more so that's what his play style is most conducive to. And so how do you put him on the floor in a spot to be most effective for a guy who wants to come in and get shots up? It obviously probably is best playing outside of Jaylen Brunson lineups, right? So you want him in when Jaylen Brunson is resting, because he can kind of facsimilate some of the things Jaylen Brunson does with his isolation ability, but you don't want him relying on that, so you want to play him alongside guys who could also take the ball out of their hands and use him as a spacer and a mover and whatnot, where he doesn't have to do large parts of the ball handling, which is probably why they really want Brogdon in this rotation at some point. And if Brogdon does make the team when we get to the regular season and it seems like Brogdon may be a part of the rotation, we'll add a Malcolm Brogdon player graphic. But for now, we're going to stick with these 9 guys, right? That's all of it. That's all of them. Now we get to our opponent, the Minnesota Timberwolves here tonight. Anthony Edwards, who in the previous game that we watched, Minnesota played Indiana. He was all right. He was getting up and down, getting shots up. He had Andrew Nembhard in his jersey for the first half. Ben Mathurin was in his jersey in the first half, defended him very well. But we know what he's capable of. We know what this man is capable of. 27.6 points per game. 3.2 turnovers to 4.5 assists isn't great, but he's still young, still learning. That three-point shot went crazy last year, 39.5%. One of the most prolific three-point shooters last season. Kind of came out of nowhere considering we all see him as this big athletic slashing guard in the mold of more like a D Wade. And yet he went out there and was like, wait, hold on, I'm not D Wade. I'm actually Steph Curry, which is crazy. It's nice development of his game, but with the lane a lot more clogged, he started to rely on jumpers a lot more. So if you catch him on an off night, he's going to be in for a long night, right? But we know what Anthony Edwards is capable of, right? So, come on. We got the Julius Randle. And here in New York, we know what big Julius is capable of. The context here, I think, is hilarious that I wrote that Randle is incredibly skilled, but wears his heart on his sleeve. Force him to constantly make decisions against different coverages and try to frustrate him because he'll get himself out of the game. Now, the last game we saw him do what he does best, bully ball his matchup. Now, he's going to be matched up with Karl-Anthony Towns here, so he's not going to be able to necessarily bully ball his way there, but he might be able to outquick him, right? Out on the perimeter, take him all the way out there, might be try and take him off the bounce. But the issue is that you got Rudy Gobert down there. And when you got Rudy Gobert down there, you're going to have Mitchell Robinson on Rudy Gobert. Mitchell Robinson's going to be able to slide over, protect that rim, force Julius Randle to make a decision on the rotation there. How the Knicks attack Julius Randle defensively today will be something I really want to watch because we know Julius Randle, incredibly skilled, right? 18.7 points, but not just that, the 4.7 assists is very impressive for a big man with Julius Randle's skill set, his size, his mobility, and all of that. James Sumler, what's up, James? Haven't seen you in a while, big dog. Happy to see you back. So we know what he's capable of. How the Knicks defend him today will be very, very interesting for me. We get over to big Rudy Gobert. We know who Gobert is, 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, very limited offensively in the preseason game that we watched the other day where they took on the Pacers. He looked terrible offensively. He was airballing wide open layups. He was catching the ball on the roll and flipping up terrible lefty hook shots. It looked disgusting. It looked terrible. He was missing foul shots all over the place. He looked awful offensively. Defensively, he looked like Rudy Gobert, right? That's where his value is. He's a little bit like a Mitchell Robinson, except he's not the lob threat and mover, lateral mover that Mitchell Robinson can be. So Mitchell Robinson's a little bit more, and rebounder. Mitchell Robinson's an incredible offensive rebounder, as we know. But as also Rudy Gobert is getting older, the effectiveness is starting to wane a little bit. And when does that offensive ineptitude versus defensive greatness start to outweigh itself, right? When do the scales start to tip there? I don't think we're close to that point yet, but it's starting to get there. You could see the scales starting to shift ever so slightly. We get to Jaden McDaniels, who I'm not sure if he's playing today. I think he is. Jaden McDaniels, OG Anunoby light, maybe even. We know Jaden McDaniels is a defensive nightmare of a matchup. He's fantastic. He can slide his feet. The thing with Jaden McDaniels is similar to Julius Randle, wears his heart on his sleeve and can get very frustrated very easily. We'll see if that's something he continues to work on as he gets older and more mature in his career. But Jaden McDaniels probably going to get the Brunson matchup, obviously. But something that they're looking at for him is to improve this number right here. They need some offensive help outside of Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle. Go get us a bucket offense. 33% from three-point range is just not going to cut it. As good as you are defensively, as a wing, if you're not able to score, your effectiveness is going to start drastically dropping for a team, right? And he's good and he's young, and they're putting MBM, what's up, MBM? And they're putting the trust in him to continue to develop his game as a young player. But every year that passes by, you get older, and you get further and further away from the moniker of being a young player, right? You got to start actually showing the development that people have entrusted you to actually go through. We get to our guy, Dante DiVincenzo. Yes, sir. What's up, Dante? 11.7 points per game last year and almost 40%, 39.7% from three-point range last year, and what felt like a down year shooting. I mean, he started off the year extremely rough. Elvin Villamore, what's up, Elvin? Appreciate everybody. Love seeing everybody start filling in the chat as we get closer to tip-off time. It felt like a down year for Dante last year, and he started off extremely slow. Obviously, started to get more comfortable and started to find his way as the season went on, but hasn't really shown the propensity to have the output that he had in his lone season with the New York Knicks. Different situation, different teammates, different role, all of the things. I get it, but Dante, he can still get it going, man. In a down year, 40% from three-point range is still crazy. He can get it going. If you let him get hot, if you let him see one shot go through the basket, you might be in for a long night. Albin Santhosh, what's up, Albin? Happy to see you. Wolves money line. All right, we got somebody room for the Wolves here tonight. Then we get to former six-man of the year, Naj Reid. 14.2 points off the bench. When they bring in Naj Reid, it's obviously usually for Julius Randle right away to try and create as much space for Anthony Edwards in his driving game. But the things you lose with Naj Reid, with Julius Randle, is the playmaking, the ball handling, his ability to be a hub offensively out of the high post, and some playmaking. You lose only 2.3 assists per game to 1.4 turnovers. Not great, but you do get the three-point shooting, 38% from three-point range on pretty good volume for a big with Naj Reid. Also brings a ton of energy off the bench, a fan favorite. Sire Love, what's up, Sire? Happy to see you. Naj Reid, expect him to come in, get buckets, and look for his offense almost immediately. He's also a pretty good screen setter and pretty good slipper of screens. We get to old man Mike Conley. Not much to say about old man Mike Conley in the game we watched previously. Boy, did he look his age. He looked very old out there. I think long gone are the days where Minnesota should be relying upon him to be their starting point guard. He's just hit that point in his career where he should probably be a backup guard, right? That's where his value would probably be best, and you could accentuate his strengths while hiding his weaknesses as much as possible. By having him in the starting lineup, you're kind of showcasing his weaknesses the most. Immediately at the start of games becomes a weak point in your defense where people are going to immediately look to attack. Expect the Knicks to maybe do that immediately, because I don't know where you hide a guy like Mike Conley. Obviously, he can't be on any of the bigs. You can't hide him on like Robinson or anything, who's a non-shooter. But he's too small to guard Anunoby. He's not quick enough to keep up with Mikal Bridges all night, and also not tall enough to keep up with Mikal Bridges. He's 6 feet tall, 175. Mikal Bridges is about 6'7". You're not going to be able to guard that guy, especially at his age, right? And then obviously he's not guarding Brunson. So expect him to be involved in a lot of actions, a lot of off-ball movement, because I suspect he'll get the start on Mikal Bridges. Hopefully we take advantage of that matchup. And I believe that's it. That's the last player graphic we're going to go through. Yes, sir. We slide all the way back to Jaylen Brunson and the New York Knicks. So, real quick, let's pull up the game. We're at 7:27. We got about 5 minutes before tip-off. What's popping, everybody? Chris! My man Christopher is back. What's popping? Nice to have basketball season again. Yes, with baseball season officially over here in New York with the Yankees eliminated last night. That was disappointing, but gotta say, not entirely unexpected. I was fully prepared for this to be an incredibly disappointing playoff run from our New York Yankees. And obviously, football season here in New York has been over for a while. I mean, we do get Jackson Dart tonight, which I'll be checking box scores every now and again to keep up with the Daniel Jones experience and how that's going. Obviously, a disappointing loss the other day against the Saints, but he's a rookie. Hopefully, you get a bounce back performance here today. You're gonna get some uneven play from him for a while until he starts to really figure things out. So New York sports is almost entirely reliant on the New York Knicks right now, right? Both football teams essentially eliminated from any kind of playoff contention. They're just playing for development at this point. The Mets completely let down the city by not even making the playoffs after an excellent start. And then the Yankees disappointed the city by not making it nearly as far as a lot of people expected, especially coming off a year where you made it to the World Series, and this year you couldn't even make it past the second round. So a disappointing performance from the New York Yankees, and then kind of getting embarrassed in the second round. Not just losing. You didn't just lose. You got embarrassed by the Toronto Blue Jays. So with those four teams out of the way, we are now almost entirely reliant on the New York Knicks, especially considering that the Rangers lost their season opener, so they're not even... A lot of riding on this Knicks season here that is obviously filled with a bunch of championship aspirations, right? And obviously we're a Knicks channel, mostly a Knicks channel. I'm a Knicks fan, even though we're kind of spreading things out to the entirety of the NBA. More stuff like that on the way. But, if the New York Knicks don't pull it off this season, and they don't even make an NBA Finals berth, man, oh man. Yak said even girls basketball disappointed. Women's basketball, Yak. Women's basketball. They're not girls. They're women. Even that disappointed. Yeah, with the Liberty going down, but I give them a little bit of a pass, number one, because they won it last season. But number two, Stewie got hurt, so you give them a little bit of a pass this season. Just they were still in the playoffs battling, but their best player got hurt, and so she had to come back on some Willis Weed Herculean effort just to get back on the court and try to help her team out. And so I give them a little bit of a pass this season, just because of everything that happened, everything that surrounded that. But, everything's kind of reliant on the Knicks right now because we know the Nets not doing anything. We know that team over there is not ever going to do anything. And then with the two football teams letting us down, the two baseball teams letting us down, like I said, it's not like they just lost. The Mets have one of the highest, if not the highest, payroll in the MLB, and they couldn't even make the playoffs. The Yankees got embarrassed in the second round by a team they should have beat. They should have beat them. Got embarrassed by them, eliminated in 4 games. And then the football teams have been an embarrassment. And so now you get to here. Now we're with the Knicks, and it's like, okay, all on you, Knicks, all on you. But at 7:31 here, we are officially in tip-off time. Obviously, we know that the NBA doesn't like to tip off their basketball games on time, so we got about 5 more minutes before we get to that point. Student said Aces with Wilson and Jackie Young got the sweep. I mean, Asia Wilson is she's something else. She's something else, that lady. Yak said, is a Cowboys fan. We hate Philly also. Oh, man. Yak is a Cowboys fan? It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy to be a Cowboys fan here in New York. I mean, not the craziest thing ever. There's Cowboys fans everywhere. Here we go. Finally, just to see it up on the screen, we're finally back in Madison Square Garden. Oh, something else I wanted to mention that we saw from Mike Brown. Or maybe we didn't see it from Mike Brown. Maybe I should have played it during the pregame here. But Mike Brown did say in his post-shoot-around, post-practice interview that one of the things, we're going to see the starters in the first half, kind of a regular rotation, and then maybe Tay Cowboys, what's up, Tay? Happy to see you. And then we'll also see one burst from the starters in the second half. Just as this preseason goes on, we'll see more and more of the starters play more and more of the game. Obviously, as we work our way to a regular rotation going into the regular season, so we're ready for the opener against the Cleveland Cavaliers, a big game. But something Mike Brown did say was that it's our first game in New York, our first game in the Garden here in the preseason. Obviously, our first 2 games took place in Saudi Arabia. And so with that being said, Mike Brown is going to prioritize and really wants to try and get every single player at least a couple of minutes here on the Garden floor in their Knicks jerseys, because after today is when teams start to make some cuts to the training camp roster and start to trim down to the natural 15. I believe there's 20 guys on the roster during training camp, and then as the preseason goes on, you make cuts until you round down to your 15 or so, 14, 15 players that you're going to take into the regular season. So shout out to Mike Brown. I just wanted to bring that up because I saw that and I thought that's really cool. Really cool. It's obviously super magical to play in the world's most famous arena, even if it's a preseason game. I expect the Garden to be somewhat filled, maybe not entirely filled. It is a preseason game, but somewhat filled here, ready to go. Some of the previous games that we watched, some of these other preseason games from other teams, you look out into the arena and it's like a quarter filled. It's like barely people are there. But we know the Garden's going to be a little bit more than that. A little bit more than that. Knicks will be 2026 champs. What's popping, my guy? Been on the road the last 3 weeks from Idaho to Texas and back. Hope all is well. I hope all is well from you. I hope you had a speedy and safe trip, my man. Spider Rio, what's up, Spider? Just a preseason game? It's just a preseason game. But boy, oh boy, do I love me some basketball, brother. Boy, oh boy, do I love me some basketball. Sire Love, what's up, Sire Love? K Hazy, what's up, K Hazy? Everybody in the chat. Rasul Thomas, what's up, Rasul Thomas? Happy to see you back, my man. Happy to see you back. I am going to be overly excited for some preseason games. You guys have seen me overly excited for non-Knicks preseason games this past week. I'm going to be extremely excited about the game tonight. Extremely, overly excited. To the point where it might become annoying. But there's just a lot to look forward to, especially when you hire a new coach and the system kind of changes and evolves. It's like, okay, it feels like we're watching a brand new basketball team here. Panama Ray, what's up, Panama Ray? Happy to see you, my man. It's been a while. Skylar Mongeli, what's up, Skylar? Are you streaming the game? I will be streaming the game. Obviously, I can't show the game. If I could, I would. I just can't. The second any NBA footage is shown, YouTube or the NBA has their snipers out, and they come out, and they take the stream down immediately. There's been times where I've accidentally shown the game for like 5 seconds, like switched to the wrong scene and shown the game for like 5 seconds, and the stream gets taken down immediately. But I will be streaming the game. I will be live over the course of the game. We're going to be talking about it. I'll give you the commentary. I'll tell you exactly what's going on. We'll talk about it. We'll give in real-time analysis. We'll do all the things. We'll hang out. You let me know what you think. I'll let you know what I think. We'll go back and forth all night. I'm ready to go. MB, what's up, MB? Back in New York. Back like we never left. Boy, does it feel good to be home. Right? There's nothing quite like those garden lights. A lot of people say it, but that's because it's true. The stage lighting from Madison Square Garden, the greatest thing in sports. The greatest thing in sports. Just every arena should just adopt it. They should just adopt the lighting. Sometimes I put on games from other teams, and it's like, why is it so dark in your arena? Turn the lights on. Put the other lights on. Why do I feel like your lights are dimmed right now? No, give me the stage lighting. Full spotlight on the court. Extremely bright. Let's get it going. It's prime time. It's television. It's basketball. Put the lights on. Keith Modeste, what's up, Keith? Yak said preseason is different this year with coach's philosophy and new players. Yes, back to what I was saying, Yak. Thank you. With a new coach, it feels like you're watching a different team. And so while we've seen Brunson play, this is what, his third preseason with the Knicks, right? Am I crazy? Is it third or fourth? I think it's his third preseason with the Knicks. Towns is second preseason. Anunoby second preseason. Bridges second preseason. Anunoby second preseason, but he played 2.5 years with the Knicks. So we've seen these guys on the court before. We've seen them be with the team. We know exactly what they play like. There's nothing that Jaylen Brunson's going to do that's going to surprise us. But having a new offensive system and seeing the way they interact within that offensive system is exciting, is different, gives us the ability to start analyzing things in a different way that we couldn't before, because the offense was kind of give Brunson the ball and get the hell out of the way, and every now and again we'll try and run a Brunson Towns pick and roll, but when that eventually fails, we'll just give the ball to one of those two guys and tell them to go one-on-one, and it got incredibly stale, incredibly boring, and incredibly ineffective. And so now with a new offensive scheme, a new offensive system, you can hear the excitement in my voice. We actually get to analyze some real-time basketball, right, in a different way than we were capable of doing before. Hazy said Dante is starting, so somebody's out. Somebody's out. Yak said players playing new roles. Great way of putting it. Yeah, great way of putting it. Take everything I said, that whole diatribe I said, and put it much more succinctly, like Nick Yak just said, players playing new roles. Kenny McLeod, what's up, Kenny? Good to be back. Good to see you back, my man. Noah Linden, what's up, Noah? Bernard Johnson, yes, sir. Benjamin B, what's up, Benjamin? Someone tell me how to watch this game. I can't tell you exactly, but there are some. If you are incapable of watching the stream of it, you could. It's on NBA TV. If you can't get NBA TV, there is the Gotham Sports app. If you're incapable of watching it on the Gotham Sports app. The only other way, unfortunately, you could watch it in NBA League Pass. If you have that, if you live outside of the New York area. Those are the only legal ways you could watch it. Unfortunately, you have to pay. All three of those, there is a payment that needs to be made in order to watch them. The only other way that you could watch it, where you don't have to pay, I can't tell you exactly how to do it, but you can go to Google yourself and look up how to watch a stream of a game for free, and then I'll direct you in that direction. Julian Perez, what's up, Julian? I can't tell you exactly. We are live on a stream, but there are ways. There are streams out there that will show you the entirety of the game that are on some sketchy websites, but you're going to have to be able to navigate that yourself. Alyssa Lester, what's up, Alyssa? Happy to see you again. Julian Perez said, best dressed guy in a live play-by-play. Chef, we appreciate you, Julian. Appreciate you. Yeah, we're getting back into the vibe of getting ready, getting dressed for the games. I like doing it. It makes it feel more lively. It makes it feel like it's actually a thing. Like if I was just in here in my sweats and a hoodie, and my snapback and my fitted hats or whatever, like, it'd be fine. The show wouldn't change. I'd still have the same energy, but doesn't it just feel a little bit more professional, a little bit more fun to put the crazy shirts on? Shout out to Claude Frazier. If you guys see me wearing crazy shirts, it's always in honor of the GOAT, the guy I grew up watching, the voice of Knicks basketball for me, Walt Claude Frazier, Mike Breen, but obviously Claude Frazier with the crazy outfits. Come on. Albin said, is it free on the Gotham Sports app? Unfortunately, it isn't, Albin. The Gotham Sports app, it's not even a great stream of the game. That's how I'm watching it here tonight through the Gotham Sports app. I think you can pay per game. I don't know if it's $2 or $3 or something. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you off the top of my head. But it is not free. I don't think any of these ways to watch the game, unfortunately, is no longer free. Unless you have, like, basic cable, which isn't free either because you're paying for cable at that point. Then you could watch it on like the MSG channel. But that's how I'm watching it. I'm streaming the MSG channel through the Gotham Sports app. But unfortunately, all these ways in order to watch the game have to come through the some sort of payment. Everything is behind a paywall now, unfortunately. Sorry, Love said I had an NBA League Pass here in Canada, and Canadian stations start showing the Knicks game, and it was a TV blackout on the NBA app. BS. Yes, I know, sire. I know. Being in Toronto and getting the blackout is crazy. That is crazy. I feel like that shouldn't be possible. I feel like they shouldn't allow that, right? But entertainment is getting crazy. The entertainment world is getting crazy with the fact that everything is being put behind a paywall now. Everything, right? At this point, we might all just go back we might all just have to go back to cable at some point. This is getting crazy. This is getting crazy. All right, it is officially 7:41 here on the East Coast, so we should be getting to the tip-off here any moment. Yeah, I said local bar and sip some beers. The old school way, right? If you didn't have cable back in the day, go to the bar, grab a beer, sit there and watch it. Unfortunately, that sort of lifestyle is really, really dying out. Really dying out. Susan said, I'm a Mikal Bridges fan. Are we retiring the invisible Bridges, Susan? Are we retiring it? For the starting lineup today, you got Donte DiVincenzo starting for the point guard spot, along with Edwards, McDaniels, Randall, and Gobert, the usual starters. But Donte in for Mike Conley. I'm not entirely sure if that's because Mike Conley is out for tonight, or if they're actually going to bring Mike Conley off the bench and start DiVincenzo at point guard. I do know they went to that at a couple of instances last season, where they were just like, screw it, we're going to start Donte DiVincenzo at point guard just because he seems to be the better option right now. Okay, let's get to the game. Here we go, getting ready for the tip-off. Back like we never left, people. Back like we never left. The usual starting lineup for the Knicks, we went over this. We know who it is. We know who it is, right? Robinson, Towns, Anunoby, Bridges, and Brunson at the one. Knicks win the tip. Jaylen Brunson will bring it down, gets it over to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by DiVincenzo, over to Robinson in the high post, out by the three-point line. Robinson hands it off to Towns. Towns coming to his left, pump fakes. Got nowhere to go. Got to get it out to somebody. He's got nowhere to go. Gets it out to Bridges, comes to the rim, gets under the basket, kicks it out to a wide-open OG Anunoby. Beautiful. Off of nothing. Robinson with the offensive rebound off the miss. They swing it around. Bridges, another open three. Comes up well short on that one. 2 missed threes from our supposedly marksman three-point shooters. We got to get some of these shots to start to go down. I know it's preseason. We're working our way in, but still. AP, what's up, AP? Randall has it up top, being guarded by Towns. Did I start the timer? I did start the timer. I'm on point today. Anthony Edwards being guarded by Bridges. Edwards a little loose with his handle. Picks it back up, kicks it out. Randall catches, pump fakes, blows by the defense, goes right at Mitchell Robinson. Can't get the finish. Brunson with the rebound over Gobert, who mistimed his jump. Brunson bringing it down. Looking to attack, now slows it down. Now coming to his left, has it up top. DiVincenzo guarding him. Brunson's going to look to attack. You can't guard me, Devo, all the way to the rim with an easy lefty scoop finish. Yes, sir, JB saw Donte DiVincenzo, and he saw blood and immediately went and attacked. Gobert has it up top, hands it off to Edwards. Edwards coming to his right. Bridges in pursuit. They knock the ball loose. Bridges and Robinson come with the steal. Home run past the Bridges. He's got one man to beat all the way to the rim. Ready to lay. Got it to go over McDaniels. 4-0 to start. You love the energy. You love the effort. And you love the way we're getting started here in this basketball game. Jaden McDaniels has it up top, being guarded by Towns. Hands it off to Randall, being guarded by Anunoby. Randall over to Edwards. Edwards coming to his left off the Gobert screen. Now over to Randall. Pump fakes. Driving it down. Back out to Edwards. They got no space. Driving it in. Stop. Pulls it back out. Steps through. In the lane. High floater. Banked it in over Robinson. Excellent finish. Robinson was there. Excellent finish for Anthony Edwards. Mikal Bridges bringing it down. Hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby coming to his right. Gets it over to Robinson. Robinson in the high post. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson struggling with the handle. Crosses over. In the lane. Step through. Kicks it out to Bridges. Bridges left corner three over DiVincenzo on the contest. Can't get it to go. McDaniels with the rebound. They're bringing it down the other way. McDaniels a full head of steam attacking Karl-Anthony Towns in the lane. Stops Euros. Gets blocked by Towns. Robinson comes flying in for the rebound. And here comes Jaylen Brunson pushing the other way. My goodness, the defensive tenacity, the effort is all over the place right now. Brunson has it up top. Off the handoff from Robinson. Brunson being guarded by McDaniels. 6'9", long arms. What Brunson got from me, he's going to dance with it. Sidestep over to Bridges. Bridges, jab step, back to Brunson. Brunson, no hesitation, 3 over McDaniels on the relocation. Can't get it to go. Loose ball off of Rudy Gobert. It looked like it was off of Mitchell Robinson, but they're going to say it's off of Rudy Gobert. Ball is going to go back to the Knicks here. Knicks maybe catch a little bit of a break there. Sorry Love reminding people to hit the like button. I appreciate you, Sorry Love. Absolutely. If you're just coming into the stream or you've been in here, remember to hit the like button. It helps immensely to grow the channel. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate y'all very, very much. Hey, Hazy said Brunson just wanted to score over Dante. Yes, he did. Yeah, he saw Dante there, and he was like, let me dance real quick. My man, Not Joe. What's up, Not Joe? Mitchell Robinson has it. Hands it off to Brunson. Deep left wing 3. Deep one. Can't get it to go. Good box out and rebound from McDaniels. Quick outlet to DiVincenzo. They're off and running. DiVincenzo hands it off to Edwards. Edwards being guarded by Brunson on a mismatch. Edwards says, clear out. I got this. This man can't guard him. He's going to put him right into the post. Backing him down. Backing him down. They show help. Stop. Fall away. Good help from Mitchell Robinson. Anunoby comes over, knocks the rebound away from Gobert. Here comes Jaylen Brunson pushing the other way. In and out dribble. Driving it down to the basket. Kicks it out. Bridges attacking the baseline. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Comes up short. Bouncing on the rim a couple of times. Can't get it to drop. The Knicks generating fantastic looks. We just can't get them to drop. Michael Rogers was popping Mike. Anthony Edwards all the way to the rim. Can't get the finish over Bridges. Excellent defense from Mikal Bridges. And then almost thrown away by Towns, but Bridges able to save the outlet pass. Now Bridges crosses over. Get to the corner from Brunson. Brunson, pass fake. He's got Gobert on him. He's going to look to dance. He's going to pull it all the way back out. Everybody get that out of me. Oh, scram switch from DiVincenzo. They swing it around. Bridges an open right wing 3. Can he knock me down? Knock me down from 3-point range. Mikal Bridges. And we finally get an easy one to fall down. Mikal Bridges, 3-point shot looks nice and clean right now. Randall down. Kicks it out to DiVincenzo, wide open on the relocation on the right wing. He can't get it to go down. Towns with the rebound. And Karl-Anthony Towns will bring the ball down now. Hit it head to Anunoby. Anunoby's going to look to quickly attack as Gobert's not in position. Euro steps. McDaniels comes flying over him. They kick it out. Oh, Towns had Brunson wide open in the corner. Karl Towns, chill with the pass, my brother. Just calmly swing it over to my man. We're good. We're good. I never restarted the timer. We got 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It's 7-2. I like what I'm seeing right now. I really like what I'm seeing right now. Anthony Edwards has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Getting some clean looks, just not knocking anything down. We got to knock some things down. Edwards gets it over to Randall. Randall, high post, mid-range, left wing. Settles for the mid-range jumper over Towns. Got it to go. Smooth move from Julius Randle. Brunson bringing it down now. Brunson hands it off to Bridges. Bridges being chased by DiVincenzo. Back to Brunson. Brunson swings a pass over to Karl-Anthony Towns in the corner. Can't get it to go. Gobert with the rebound. Excellent pass from Brunson. Great shot from Towns, who we rarely saw get to take corner 3-point shots last year. They swing it over. Julius Randle, wide open left wing 3. He splashes it. We're just not getting out on Julius Randle right now. Get out the big Julius. You know he could hoop. You know he could hoop. Doug Fresh, what's up, Doug Fresh? Kinahara, what's up, Kinahara? Bridges driving it down, gets it out to Towns. Towns looking to drive along the baseline. A double team, leans in, flips it up with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Bad move from Towns. You had 2 people on you. You got to swing that thing around. Trust your teammates. And Randle, in transition, gets a blow by as, who was that? Brunson or Anunoby? Didn't know who to guard between Randle and McDaniels. One guy trying to guard 2. Randle's hitting with a quick pass fake, and then that was Brunson. And then the C's parted. He was able to get all the way to the rim. Good job from Mitchell Robinson. He tried to come over to help contest, but again, they were in transition. He was out of position. Good job by Mitchell Robinson to at least not foul in that situation. And the Knicks find themselves down 2 after an excellent start. They created some fantastic looks. Just didn't knock them down. Didn't knock them down. Got to start knocking them down. MB said, do you think Mike Brown is the answer? I love the way you phrase that, MB. I love the way you phrase that. Do I think Mike Brown is the answer? I think he's a better option than Tom Thibodeau. I think he's a better option than Tom Thibodeau. It's hard for me to say whether or not he is the answer. I do like everything I've seen so far. We talked about the merits of hiring Mike Brown, obviously, when he's initially hired. Everything I've seen from Mike Brown tells me that he was an excellent hire. Do I think he's the answer? Off the top of my head, my immediate response would probably be to say no. But stranger things have happened. And sometimes you just don't expect the relationship between the front office, the players, and the coaching staff to mesh the way sometimes meshes. I think they've done an excellent job. If you saw a lot of the hires that the Knicks have recently made to bring in, they brought in a new shooting coach. They brought in a new developmental coach, and so a lot of the moves that they have made have shown that they are far more willing to start building out the bench. And I think part of that, the assistant coaches bench, part of that is because that they understand that that they are very much Mike Brown and his new coaching staff are much more willing to utilize guys like that and put a lot more faith into the development of everything. Patrick Baldwin, what's up, Pat? The Knicks will have a 60-game season this year. I hope so. It's on the table. It's going to be difficult considering new coaching staff, new everything. It's going to be choppy to start before things start to settle in and we get comfortable with the way we're expected to play, but okay, here we go. OG Anunoby had something on his left hand, like a little wrap that he just took off. Maybe taking that off is going to allow him to knock down that three-point shot that he missed earlier. I don't know. Vital, what's up, Vital? If they don't make the finals, I'm crashing out. Let's see how the season plays out. Anunoby bringing it down against McDaniels. No substitutions from either side have been made yet. Anunoby hands it off to Bridges, over to Robinson. Robinson back over to Anunoby, coming to his left off the Robinson screen. Anunoby hands it off to Brunson. Brunson catches, pump fakes, drives it down, gets to the under the rim, kicks it out. Bridges wide open right corner three again. Mishandled the pass initially. Robinson fighting on the glass for the rebound. And they're going to say it's Timberwolves ball. Good fight from Robinson. 6:30 to go here in the first quarter. If Bridges doesn't mishandle that pass from Brunson in that right corner, he'd have a much cleaner look. Good effort from DiVincenzo to contest it. Edwards has it up top, coming to his left off the Gobert screen, driving it down. Robinson goes for the steal, knocks it off of Edwards. Mitchell Robinson all over the place yet again. Our guy, Big Mitch, showing out, of course. Kenohara said, I like Atlanta this year quite a bit. Me too. I've been very high on Atlanta, Kenohara. We're right here on Atlanta. I think Atlanta could be the third best team in the league in the Eastern Conference this year. I think they're fantastically built. Brunson has it up top, coming to his left off a Robinson screen. Ooh, beautiful pass inside. And then Robinson gets fouled by Rudy Gobert. Excellent pass from Brunson. Did you see the pick and roll manipulation from JB? Hit Mitchell Robinson in stride as he would roll into the rim off the screen. Okay. The pick and roll chemistry between Robinson and Brunson starting to cook. Big Mitch going to the foul line for 2 free throws. We need Big Mitch to knock down 2 free throws. We need a 2-for-2 performance from the foul line from Big Mitch. Come on, Big Mitch. In this new system as well, by the way, we have been featuring Mitchell Robinson quite a bit as a roller, like actually feeding him the ball and looking for him for lobs and whatnot. Robinson at the foul line. Bricks that first free throw. Line drive free throw, not even close. Come on, man. Get that thing up in the air. Yabusele and Jaylen Brunson and Deuce McBride at the scorers table. McBride's going to come in for OG Anunoby. And Yabusele is going to remain at the scorers table. He's going to come in for Mitchell Robinson. I got my timer still ticking. We're at 6 minutes, halfway through this first quarter exactly here. 9-7. Robinson does knock down the second free throw. Okay, Big Mitch. Okay, we'll take it. I'll take it. DiVincenzo bringing it down, hands it off to Edwards. Edwards being chased by Bridges. Get it over to Randall. Randall's going to settle for the left wing three. They're going to give it to him. He comes up short on it. Fight for the loose ball rebound. Robinson and Bridges able to battle it away from Rudy Gobert. And Brunson turning on the Jets all the way to the rim. Kicks it out. Turnover from Jaylen Brunson. McDaniels did a great job of recovering. Bounce pass from Edwards to Gobert in transition. Gobert barely saves it. Robinson does a good job sprinting back on defense. Towns able to come over the steal and save it. And Robinson knocks it away from Gobert. Excellent hustle from the 2 big men there. Bridges hands it off to McBride. McBride a pull-up 3 in transition. Comes up short on it, a loose ball. Robinson chasing it. Knocks it out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Timberwolves. But the effort from Big Mitch right now, my goodness. And Karl-Anthony Towns, by the way. And Karl-Anthony Towns. Doug Fresh said Knicks hired a shooting coach, so all the shooting will get even better. That is the hope. That is the hope. He is also a highly respected shooting coach that Jaylen Brunson advocated that the franchise hire him when he was available. So, he's got relationships all over the place. He worked with the Dallas Mavericks when Brunson was there, and Brunson is a big fan of him, apparently. Or so I've read. Yabusele is in for Mitchell Robinson, so now we get Towns at the 5. Naj Reid is also in. McDaniels, a step-back 3 over Jaylen Brunson straight away. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Towns does a good job clearing out with a rebound. And here comes Deuce McBride bringing it down. Gets it over to Towns. Towns has it in the high post. Hits McBride. Pass was too hot from Karl-Anthony Towns. Too fast of a pass. Randle attacking Karl-Anthony Towns, and Karl-Anthony Towns forced to foul Julius Randle. McBride curling around Towns off the fake handoff, was open. Towns just threw the pass too hard. Hit McBride right, and it was off too. It was over his head. I had to catch it over here. Bad pass from Karl-Anthony Towns there. He knows it. He's upset and frustrated with it. And Towns forced to foul Julius Randle in a 2-on-1 situation. It was Randle and Edwards. Had no option there. You either get the block or you commit the foul. He ended up committing the foul. Couldn't get the block on Randle. Now Randle at the foul line for 2 free throws. Knocks down the first one. Got one more coming. Breeze. What's up, Breeze? Not Joe. Said Karl-Anthony Towns needs to lock in. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. Breeze said we're going to make the finals this year. I hope so, Breeze. I hope so. That is the goal. That is obviously the goal. Randle goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. Brunson hands it off to McBride. McBride back to Brunson. Brunson calling for a screen. Coming to his left off the Towns screen. Brunson. Pump fakes. Steps through. Over to Towns. Back to Brunson. Brunson to the rim. Lefty layup. Easy. Give and go. Easy give and go. Beautiful pass between Towns. Beautiful chemistry between Towns and Brunson there. Randle has it up top. Being guarded by Brunson on a mismatch. Gonna put him in the post and just back him down. McBride comes from behind. Almost comes to steal. He does come up with the steal. Yabusele dies for it. Bridges, lob. Yabusele with that dunk. He barely got it over the rim, but he got it. And he got it. And we get a timeout from Minnesota. It's Lob City in New York all of a sudden. Now we're getting lobs. We're getting out and running. We're getting lobs. We're getting highlight plays. Expect this on SportsCenter Top 10, even though nobody really watches that nonsense anymore. But expect this on the SportsCenter Top 10 on a weekly basis, on a nightly basis. Screw it. We're going to be there every night now. We're here, y'all. We're here. Ken Blizzy, Paul Archibald. What's up, Ken? Happy to see you, brother. S. Dot from S.FRMQNS. I don't know what that means, but my man S. Dot. What's up, S. Dot? Let's go, Knicks. Yes, sir. You already know. We're here. We're here. The preseason has begun. The fun has begun. Noah Linden said he is, without question, a top 5 player. Who are we talking about? We talking about Brunson? I don't know why so many podcasters disrespect Cat. Any team would be lucky to have him. Are you talking about Cat being a top 5 player? I don't know if Cat is a top 5 player. But people do got to stop disrespecting Karl-Anthony Towns. They do. They just do. They just do. Quita Ping Ping. What's up, Quita? From the Philippines? What's popping, my guy? Owita. My bad, not Quita. Owita. What's up, Owita? From the Philippines, shout out to you. My man Ken, salute to you too, Ken. Salute to you. MBM said, let the games begin. Roll the ball out, let's hoop. Roll the ball out, let's hoop. It's time. It's time. Now, Joe said Knicks should be blowing out the T-Wolves right now, but let's go Knicks. It's preseason. It's preseason. We're working everything in. Don't expect a ton of blowouts to start the season just because it's a brand new offense, right? There's a lot to learn. We've talked about this. First month and a half to 2 months of the season, you're going to have nights where you look invincible and nights where it's like, oh, this ain't working. This was a mistake. It's going to be that drastic of a difference on a night-to-night basis just because it's a new system, new offense. Players are learning. Players are going to be tired. They don't know entirely what to expect in terms of how their bodies are going to react to a faster pace like this because they've been playing under Tom Thibodeau for a bit, Nolan said, but a lot of people act like he's an overrated drama queen. That's because they don't really watch basketball. They just watch a TikTok that a 14-year-old made of Karl-Anthony Towns who saw him do something silly. You know what I mean? Those are people who just don't really watch basketball a whole lot. You know what I mean? Bree said, we're going to go all the way this year. Knicks tape. Yes, sir. You already know it. That is the goal. That is not just the goal. That's the expectation. That is the expectation. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. We got Lob City back. We're getting lobs every game now. We're getting out on the fast break. We're causing steals, and we're getting out on the fast break. Julius Randle turned his back, and Deuce McBride said, I've seen this story before. Let me go get me an easy steal real quick. Rodney Atkins, what's up? Ronnie, appreciate you. Jami Miller, what's up? Jami, appreciate you with the membership. My man Jami showing the support. Appreciate you, big Jami. Appreciate you. Incredibly, incredibly generous of you. Rasul Thomas said, I like the ball movement. Me too. Me too. We're back into it. Knicks get another turnover. Karl-Anthony Towns coming up with a steal. Yes, sir. Yabusele gets it over to McBride. McBride driving it down in the lane. Sees parted. And then McBride turns it over, getting called too far into the basket. Come on, big dog. Terrence Shannon Jr. is in, gets it over to Naj Reid. Reid on the mismatch against Brunson. They forced to kick it out. Over to Edwards. Edwards at left wing three, and he gets it to go down as McBride didn't recover fast enough. You got to get out there, big dog. You got to get out there. 3:30 to go. Timer slightly off. Brunson down the lane, kicks it out to Gershon Yabusele. No hesitation. Three can't get it to go. Shannon Jr. with the rebound. Quick outlet to Anthony Edwards. Turning on the Jets. Blowing past Bridges in the lane as the defense collapses. Kicks it out to McDaniels. McDaniels Euro steps past Bridges. Draws the blocking foul. It's going to send McDaniels to the foul line for 2 free throws. Got to get there. That's a good Euro step, too, to avoid the contact and draw the blocking foul. Works almost every time. But we're going to send McDaniels to the foul line for 2 free throws here. Jordan White. What's up, Jordan? Mandingo Grande, what's up, Mandingo? Noah said Edwards is an extremely tough player to guard G's. I mean, he's got everything. He's got the size, he's got the strength, he's got the quickness, he's got the athleticism, you know, and I said all of that before I even got to the skill. He's got the ball handling, he's got the perimeter shooting now. We've always known he's got the slashing and finishing ability. It's almost impossible to guard. Almost impossible. My man Chris Dino Osler. What's up, Chris? Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you. McDaniels knocks down both of his free throws. Brunson has it up top. Brunson coming to his right off the Towns screen. Gets it over to Towns. Towns, a deep three on the catch and shoot. Rushed that one a little bit. Bridges able to knock the offensive rebound over to Yabusele, though. Brunson catches, pump fakes down the lane, throws up a floater, comes up short. Oh, no, hits the back of the rim. Towns mistimes his jump, and the Wolves are off and running. Naj Reid has it against Yabusele, backing him down. Yabusele knocks the ball loose. Yes, sir. Here comes Brunson pushing the other way. The defense, baby. The defense. Brunson, Euro steps over to Towns. Towns through the contact. Can't get the layup to go, but he does draw the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. We get out and running. We get easy baskets. That's the purpose of getting out to run. You get easy baskets. Susan giving a shout out to all the international Knicks fans in the house tonight. Appreciate everybody for coming out to this preseason affair here tonight. What an incredibly fun time we're having. We're having fun, y'all. We're just hanging out watching basketball. Hey, Hazy said super low scoring first quarter. It is. It's been a bit sloppy, a bit choppy here in this first game, right? But I do want to give a shout out to the defense. The defense has been solid. Towns knocks down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Jordan Clarkson subs in. Anunoby subs back in. So right now we got Brunson, McBride, Jordan Clarkson, a 3-guard lineup with Anunoby at the 4 and Towns at the 5. How is this going to go? Towns knocks down both free throws. 16-14 with 2:45 to go here in the first quarter. Anthony Edwards bringing it down against McBride. Mitchell Robinson's at the scores table. He's coming in for Karl-Anthony Towns. Anthony Edwards crosses over to his left. A 3-point pull-up shot straight away. Can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound. Quick outlet to McBride. McBride bringing it down. Attacking. Pulling it back out. Out to Clarkson. Swings it over to Towns. Towns driving it down. Has a lane to the basket. Lefty layup. Gets the and one for Karl-Anthony Towns over the rookie, Joan Behringer. Karl-Anthony Towns said, "You're not going to take my spot, big dog. I'm the lone Timberwolves drafted big man who really got things done down there in Minnesota. Good luck, young kid. Good luck. But you're not on Karl-Anthony Towns' level right now." Towns took the rookie to school, went up there, brought it all the way out here, threw it up off glass, drew the foul. Jose NYC, my man Jose. What's up, Jose? Anil, happy to see you again, Anil. Happy to welcome you back, brother. Thanks for the updates. Let's go Knicks. Yes, sir, Anil. Yes, sir. Karl-Anthony Towns gets his and one free throw to go. Rob Dillingham is in the game. Gets it over to Edwards. Edwards coming to his right. McBride chasing. They get it out to Dillingham. Forced to pull it back out. He's got Clarkson on him. Dillingham pulls it all the way back out. Crossing over to his left. They show two. They kick it out to Naj Reid. A straightaway three over Clarkson. Good defense. Good closeout. McBride with the rebound. Quick hit to Clarkson. Clarkson, a deep pull-up three. I don't like that shot. Comes up well short. I don't like that shot, Clarkson. Look to attack. You got Naj Reid back treading. Come on, man. Rob Dillingham has it up top. They get it over to Edwards with Clarkson on him. Edwards looking to dance. Backing down Clarkson. He knows he has the advantage. Step through, draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Jordan Clarkson coming to the game and ruining some of the vibes. Come on, Jordan Clarkson. Come on, JC. You didn't need that shot. Nice hit ahead. Look to attack. Come on, man. My man Jose reminding people to hit the likes. Yes, sir. If you're in the stream right now and you're enjoying yourself, having a good time here tonight, and you want the Knicks to make it farther here this season, go ahead and hit the like button. And I'm shortchanging the Knicks. It's 17 to 16. Mitchell Robinson coming in for Towns. So Edwards misses the second free throw. Loose ball. Naj Reid knocks it right back to Edwards. Foul line pull-up jumper gets it to go off the missed free throw. Come on, y'all. Come on. So it's 19 to 17 off the three-point play, essentially, from Anthony Edwards there. Brunson has it up top. Come on, JB. Coming to his left off a Robinson screen up top. The rookie Behringer switches on to Brunson. He's going to quickly cross over down the lane, kicks it out, JC, and they call a charge on Jaylen Brunson. Terrence Shannon Jr. slid right in there as Brunson jumped into the air to make a pass. Brunson went right into Terrence Shannon Jr. Excellent defense from Terrence Shannon Jr. to slide his feet to get in there. Ricardo, what's up, Ricardo? Happy to see you again, my man. Rob Dillingham bringing it down. Jordan Clarkson taking him up. They get it over to rookie Behringer. Behringer trying to hand it off to somebody. Great ball denial from the Knicks. They finally get it out to Dillingham. Dillingham quickly looking to attack him, blown by Robinson. Gets blocked by Robinson, but it is a goaltend. It looked like a goaltend. It is a goaltend. 2 points for Rob Dillingham. Sean Deese. What's up, Sean Deese? Alyssa said, I hope the Knicks do good this year. Go Knicks. Appreciate you, Alyssa. Appreciate you. Me too. Me too. Robinson has it up top in the high post. Hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson curling to his right. Kicks it over to Anunoby, right corner three, no hesitation. Knocks it down. Yes, sir. That's what I want to see. That's more of what I want to see from our guy, OG. 21 to 20, 40 seconds to go. Dillingham up top, dancing with it, coming to his right, driving it down in the baseline. Good defense from Anunoby. He's got nowhere to go. Sneaks through, gets swatted at the rim by Robinson. And then a loose ball. They're fighting for it. Still loose, still loose. Anunoby picks it up, gets it out to Brunson. Get my man Big Mitch up. He's good. He's good, right? Big Mitch is good. Brunson has it up top. He's going to hold it for the final shot of the quarter. 20 seconds to go. About a 4 to 5 second difference between game clock and shot clock. Brunson up top being guarded by Shannon Jr. Brunson dancing with it. Dancing with it. Dancing with it. And then a foul on Shannon Jr. With 8.7 to go. Knicks down by 1, 21 to 20. It is a low-scoring first quarter here. L Figgy, what's up, L? I miss Precious. He always looked high. I don't miss Precious one bit. Not one bit. Rasul Thomas said everyone looks in shape. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They certainly look like they're hungry and ready to come to the season and do some damage. Ooh, timer ticked all the way down. We got 8 seconds to go here. They get it into Clarkson, back to Brunson. Brunson, jab step behind the back, coming to his right. Edwards steps out to guard him. Step back, right wing three for JB. Way off, hit the side of the backboard, doesn't even hit the rim. McDaniels picks it up, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Up and down quarter for the Knicks. They started off strong. Started to get a little sloppy there. But again, that's going to be the story of the season as we start to work in the Mike Brown offense. L Figgy said, any word on Josh? I believe Josh Hart is out with, I don't want to play in the preseason-itis. I think that's what's keeping Josh Hart out. Yeah, they just said precautionary illness. They listed it as technically on the injury report, I believe. He's and in that first game they said he had back spasms. He may have just been like, I don't want to play in preseason, because that's how Josh Hart is. If you've heard or read any stories about Josh Hart, he don't want to do any of the extra stuff because you know what he's going to do on the court. He's going to leave it all out on the court, right? George, what's up, George? Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, George. I appreciate you for hanging out with me. Big Rud, what's up, Big Rud? To anyone thinking my Bulls are going anywhere, they'd be lucky to make the play-in. It should just be named. The play-in should be renamed, Big Rud, to the Chicago Bulls annual play-in tournament. That's what it should be renamed to. Because the Chicago Bulls are gonna be in there. Come hella high water, the Chicago Bulls, they're gonna get that extra play-in money. They're not looking to make the playoffs. They're looking to make the play-in. Luan Bruno Barbosa, what's up, Luan? From Brazil? Appreciate you, Luan. Hope you're having a good time. We're going fully international here tonight. Big Rud said, we lose to Miami every time. They're not looking to win, Big Rud. They're not looking to win the play-in once they get there. But they are looking to get there. They do want that play-in money. Anything else, they have no interest in. No interest in the playoffs. No interest in, paying people to make the team better. We just want to be average. We want to get in there, make the money, and that's it. We don't want to have to do any extra work. Here we go. Start of the second quarter. Let's set ourselves up. Get our timer situated. 21-20. A low-scoring game. Low scoring. It had a bunch of action. Guys on both sides just missing shots. And some pretty good defense on both sides. Some pretty good defense. But guys really missing a bunch of shots on both sides. A bunch of makeable shots. If guys made a normal amount of shots, this would be a higher scoring game, obviously, right? Here we go. Rob Dillingham bringing it down. Landry Shamet is in the game. Shamet getting regular rotation minutes here. Gobert hands it off to Dillingham, being guarded by Clarkson. Swings it over to DiVincenzo, loses the handle, picks it back up, driving it down, loses the handle again, sprays it out to Shannon Jr. A wild play, and then Jordan Clarkson fouls Rob Dillingham as they were swinging it around. Jordan Clarkson not having a good outing tonight so far. Come on, Jordan Clarkson. Pick your game up, brother. I was excited for the signing of you. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I know you're chaotic. I know what to expect from Jordan Clarkson. Just don't get me too crazy. Naj Reid with the pump fake, driving it down, loses the handle. McBride on the nail help, forces the turnover. McBride up top now. Gets it over to Anunoby. Straightaway three, no hesitation from OG. Can't get it to go. He's got the greenest of green lights right now. Here comes Rob Dillingham bringing it down the other way. Quick crossover to his left on McBride, driving it in, stop, leans in, fall away mid-range jumper, got it to go. I've watched Timberwolves preseason games. I haven't seen that from Rob Dillingham, but of course he's got that in his bag here tonight against the Knicks. Anunoby has it up top, looking to attack Naj Reid. Anunoby gets it over to Robinson. Robinson in the high post, being guarded by Gobert, hands it off to Shamet. Shamet driving it down, kicks it out to Clarkson. Clarkson pump fake, back to Shamet. Shamet open, right corner three. Anunoby didn't space properly. Had two guys standing in the corner there. Anunoby you got to space out to the other side of the corner. Bringing Naj Reid over to a wide open Landry Shamet. And then speaking of Shamet, on the other end, running right into a Gobert screen, able to pick up the offensive moving screen on Rudy Gobert. Good extra effort from Landry Shamet. El Figgy said, we got good defense, but our shooting is trash. Can we put it all together? I think they can put it all together. It's preseason. They had that Saudi Arabia trip. They had 5 days off, so they're not entirely in rhythm. So I'm going to give them a slight pass. Let's get a couple of games under our belts. Let's get to the regular season. I think they'll be all right in the long run. But you're right. The shooting has been up and down and mostly down. Mostly down, El Figgy. Neil, what's up, Neil? What's your take on Giannis' situation? I don't love it, to be honest. If we get home, great. Teams like Melo, this front office seems smart. Yeah, the front office seems smart. I don't think they're going to make a crazy move like that in the middle of the season. That's an off-season thing. And obviously the offseason just passed. So McBride misses a mid-range pull-up jumper. Timberwolves bringing it down the other way. DiVincenzo coming to his right. Bounce pass to Rudy Gobert. He can't handle it. They pick it back up. Out to Dillingham up top. Dillingham being guarded by Shamet. He's looking to dance. Coming to his left. Kicks it in the corner. Naj Reid. 3 over Clarkson. Comes up short. Shamet with the rebound, and we're off and running. Shamet bringing it down on the right wing. Gets it over to Clarkson. Clarkson being guarded by Dillingham. Clarkson dancing with it. Stops. Turns. Spins. Leans in. Loses his balance. Picks himself back up and knocks down a little mid-range push shot in the paint. Okay. That's a little bit more like it. A little bit more like it. 23-22, 9:45 to go here in the second. Very low scoring game. Very low scoring game. Big Red said this is 70s basketball. I mean, the pace and the style of play is great. They're just not making anything. And we're turning it over. Rob Dillingham driving it down, flips it up off glass, can't get it to go. Loose ball, Naj Reid had it, saved it. Inside the Dillingham, back out to DiVincenzo, left wing 3. Just as the buzzer expires, the shot clock, and DiVincenzo makes us pay on the relocation 3 on the left wing. Anunoby up top off the handoff. Leaves it off for Shamet. Up top to McBride. McBride coming to his right off the Robinson screen. Snaking it back to his left hand. Driving it in on Shannon Jr. Stop, turn, pivot. Kicks it out. Clarkson, a no hesitation 3. Jordan Clarkson comes up short. Fight for the loose ball rebound. Naj Reid knocks it out away from Robinson. Shannon Jr. bringing it down over to Dillingham. Back inside the Reid. Reid flips it up off glass. Gets it to go over Anunoby and Clarkson there. And the Timberwolves able to get off and running. And McBride will bring it down now. No Towns, no Brunson. Interesting. No Towns, no Brunson. Not staggering the 2 stars. McBride, a dribble pull-up 3 around the Robinson screen. Halfway down, but can't get it to stay. And here come the Wolves bringing it down off the McBride 3 miss. Shannon Jr. up top. He leaves it off for Reid. Reid being guarded by Anunoby. A step back 3 for Naj Reid in rhythm. Can't get it to go. Mitchell Robinson with the rebound. Here comes Jordan Clarkson. I mean, those are decent makeable looks from both sides, and neither side are making anything right now. Robinson has it up top, hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson, jab step, driving to his right. He's got a little bit of space. Rudy Gobert closes it off. Dribbles it around the basket, stops, turns, spins, steps through, throws it up, gets it to go down. Some creativity from Jordan Clarkson there to give himself an open look out of the mid-range. Here comes Shannon Jr. quickly trying to answer on the other end. Down the lane, flips it up with the left hand, can't get it to go. No foul call, a lot of contact. Here comes Anunoby off the Robinson rebound. We're pushing the other way. Robinson walking down now. He's clearly getting tired. They kick it out to Shamet, a sidestep left wing 3 for Shamet, and he splashes one down. Finally, we get a perimeter shot to go down for the Knicks. It's now 27-28, just under 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Rob Dillingham bringing it down. We got a bunch of substitutions sitting on the bench getting ready to sub in. Gobert hands it off to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo kicks it out to Rob Dillingham, right wing 3 wide open, and he splashes it as Gobert was rolling to the rim. And we get a timeout here with 7:40 to go here in the second quarter. Probably want to get some substitutions in. Mitchell Robinson's huffing and puffing with this quick pace, right? And the pace is always going to be faster when there's a bunch of missed shots because you get a rebound and you run. And then you miss a shot and then you get a rebound and you run. He said, okay, Jordan, we see you. Yeah, he started to pick it up, right? Had a not so great start to the game, but he's starting to pick it up. Starting to pick it up for sure. Hey, Hazy, Shamet, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Landry Shamet showing his worth. I know a lot of people not too happy with Landry Shamet being a part of the rotation or taking up a roster spot, especially considering it might mean a guy like Paco Mdadie getting traded, but showing his worth right there. Channel no longer posting videos. My man Channel is back again. What's up, Channel? I'm not a Knicks fan, but hope you guys win tonight. Appreciate you, Channel. Appreciate you. I also hope the Knicks win tonight. Kiana Bryan, what's up, Kiana? Hi from my main. Appreciate you, Kiana. Susan said, Knicks are just nervous like the first day at a new high-paying job. I hope it's just nerves and rust and, you know, the long trip to Abu Dhabi, then coming back, and then not playing a preseason game in 5 days. So I just hope it's rust and rhythm and shaking all that stuff off. My man Finn is back again. What's up, Finn? Boyardi spitting facts. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. I do be chefing it up like Chef Boyardi. We both chefs. We are both chefs. We're not going to act like we didn't all grow up on some Chef Boyardee, okay? George said, how many wins do you think we get this year? The wins conversation is tricky to me because it's all dependent on how long it takes for this team to mesh with the new system, right? How long, my timer's still going, my bad. How long does it take for the Knicks to really start to understand things and get things going and get comfortable with the way we're supposed to play. Right? El Figgy says 58 to 60. I think in a perfect world, that is probably about where they would be. I think it's more likely we'll be around the like 52, 53 win spot. Similar to last year, they won 51 games. I think maybe slightly more than that. Jose NYC with the membership. Appreciate you, my man Jose. Yes, sir. And my man Carl Jean-Baptiste is also in the chat. What's up, Carl? We are indeed getting spicy, my man. We are indeed getting spicy. My man Jose NYC with a very generous membership there. Appreciate you, Jose. Appreciate you always. Forever and always, my man. Finn said, Knicks playoff wins this year, over, under, and Edwards, the new kids this year. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, the issue is we know Ann Edwards is going to shell out that money to make sure that number's 0, right? We know that's for sure with Anthony Edwards. Here we go. We're back into it. Jordan Clarkson has it up top. They get it over to Towns. Towns in the high post being guarded by Randall, who's back in. Towns back in, along with Bridges, Yabusele, Clarkson, and Shamet out there. No traditional point guard. Clarkson is the closest representation of a point guard. And Mikal Bridges dribbling it under the basket, getting caught in the air and turns it over. They swing it out. Shannon Jr., left corner 3, wide open, and he splashes it, nothing but net. Knicks bad offense, leading to a wide open shot on the other end. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Knicks now down by 7. Bridges has it up top. Hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson gets it over to Towns. Towns being guarded by Randall. Backing down Randall. Doesn't force it. Picks up his handle. Kicks it out to Clarkson. 5 on the shot clock. Got to make something out of nothing. Clarkson looking to attack. Straight away 3. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. Finds its way out to Yabusele. Yabusele sprays it out to an open Clarkson. Redeem yourself. Comes up short on it. Bridges knocks the rebound over to Yabusele. Back over to Clarkson. Clarkson's not going to force it. He's going to hold on to it. Now dribbling it to his right into the middle of the lane. To the basket. Gets blocked. No, he gets fouled. He did get blocked, but it was because he got fouled. Now he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Very chaotic play from Jordan Clarkson right now. 6:30 to go here in the second, approaching the halfway point here in the second quarter. Jose said, best money I've spent all year. Sheffy, you are the best. I appreciate you, Jose. I appreciate you, my man. I appreciate you. I really, really do. Shano said, I saw that Campaign got signed with the Pacers. Shout out Campaign. He's going to go there and replace the DeLon Wright role with the unfortunate injury from DeLon Wright. Clarkson does knock down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. El Figgy said JB needs to take down the ponytail. It's affecting his shot. It might be, El Figgy. It might. It might. You just got to go back to the regular that he's always had. Clarkson knocks down both of his free throws. Okay, JC. Okay. Starting to pick up your play again. Come on. Bones Highland is in the game, bringing it down. Highland gets it over to Randall. Randall being guarded by Clarkson on a switch. Randall crossing over to his left, dancing with it. To his right, foul line, pump fake, step through, throws it to nobody. Excellent defense, but Gobert somehow finds a way to grab it. Yabusele was right there, but Gobert big and tall with the long wingspan, able to reach around and still get to that ball and lay it up and in. Shamet has it up top. It's 36-29. Over to Clarkson. Clarkson doing too much holding on to it, too much ball handling, too much dribbling. Got to give it up, JC. Got to give it up. Bridges gets it over to Towns. Towns trying to get it over to Bridges, come to the rim, but he can't get to it. Towns driving it in. Good defense. Over to Clarkson. Clarkson gets blocked by DiVincenzo, and some terrible, terrible offense from the Knicks right now. Get over to Randall. Extra pass. DiVincenzo wide open left corner 3. Comes up short. Clarkson with the rebound. Too nonchalant, too. DiVincenzo almost stole it from him. Get it over to Towns. And then Bones Highland fouls Shamet off ball, holding on to him. Some bad offense. Sean Dees, what's up, Sean Dees? What channel are you watching this game? I'm watching it on the MSG channel. I don't know what channel number that is because I'm streaming it through the Gotham Sports app. Jaylen Brunson coming back in for Shamet. Shamet, a couple of minutes, but impactful. He knocked down a 3. Had a couple of nice defensive plays. The Knicks with Brunson, McBride, Bridges, Yabusele and Towns out there right now. Brunson off the handoff, driving it down along the baseline, draws the foul on Julius Randle. They're going to say foul on the floor. Sean D said MSG or MSG2. I believe it's on MSG, but I'm not entirely sure because I'm streaming it. Big Red said, Clarkson, this isn't Utah anymore. I'm saying. You might lose that spot to Brogdon. Brunson has it up top, driving it down, gets it knocked out of his hands by DiVincenzo, and they're going to say it's off of Brunson's legs. Good hands from Dante DiVincenzo. Ball going back to Timberwolves. Knicks down by 7, 36-29. Let's end this half strong. Edwards up top, coming to his left off the screen, driving it down, middle of the lane, kicks it out the last second. Good hands from Yabusele. Excellent defense from the Knicks, and Yabusele's going to bring it down. Big body Yabusele. Can't get it to go. He was looking for a foul call. You just got to go up strong and look to finish that big Yabu. Here comes Edwards, over to DiVincenzo, back to Edwards, extra pass to Randle in the corner. Pump fake, now puts it up over Towns. Good defense from Towns. Forced to miss, but Gobert able to knock it loose, out to DiVincenzo, swings it over to Edwards. Edwards driving it down along the left wing. Now he has it in the post against Bridges. Backing him down, stop, turn, spin, pump fake, fall away. Excellent move, can't get the finish. But Gobert again knocks it back out to Edwards for a third shot that possession, and they can't get it to go down. Knicks catching a bit of a break there, and here comes Brunson off the outlet from Towns. Brunson has it up top, gets it over to Yabusele. Yabusele coming to his left. Hands it off to McBride. McBride coming to his left. Off the Yabusele screen. McBride spins. Fall away, gets blocked. Towns with the offensive rebound, leans in, gets stripped by Edwards. Fighting for it. Still loose. Towns picks it up. Kicks it up top. And a shot clock violation on the Knicks. They couldn't get a shot up. So I smashed my hat in frustration. Come on, Knicks. And we're going to get a Timberwolves timeout here. 7-point lead from Minnesota. Both teams playing pretty damn ugly offensive basketball and pretty damn good defensive basketball. Fix my hat real quick. There we go. That's better. AB said, not looking so good tonight so far. The offense isn't looking great. You know, and they are generating decent looks every now and again. The offense, you see what the offense is capable of. It's generating good looks, but then either they don't finish, or they rush something, or it's not, or they're too crowded in one corner in one instance where Clarkson had an open, or Shaman had an open look, but Anunoby was in the same corner. It's like you got to clear out to the other corner quickly if you know Shaman's going to fill in there. So that's the kinks in the offense that they got to be able to figure out as the season goes on. But overall, not looking great. Not looking. Timer, thank you. Thank you, Karen. Appreciate you. Got the timer ticking all the way down. We are at 4:12 in the game. I'm at 3:47. Thank you, Karen. Perfect. Rasul said we got to hit those shots, kid. Knicks got to hit those shots. They're also catching a break because Minnesota's also missing very makeable shots. They had 3 times where Anthony Edwards had an open look, and he just missed the shots, right? He had to fall away over Bridges. Now, that was good defense, but that's a makeable shot from Edwards. Edwards misses it. Rudy Gobert able to knock the rebound away over Yabusele. He's got to do a better job of getting low, using his lower center of gravity to drive out Gobert from the paint, drive him under the basket so he can't get his hands on knocking that rebound loose. He's doing a good job of not giving him the rebound, but Gobert able to still reach up and slap the ball out towards his teammates, giving Edwards another open 3. Again, wide open on a offensive rebound. He missed it. So Knicks catching a bit of a break themselves. They can't make anything, and the Timberwolves also can't make anything. And we'll go through the box score after this real quick. AP said, I still have some doubts, but I think the coaching change is the right direction. I think Mike Brown is a better option for this team than Tom Thibodeau. But it's going to be a process. It's a more intricate offense, and so the adjustment is always going to take longer in that scenario. AP said, I don't think the Knicks are going to be world beaters this year, but they'll stop but they'll be top 3. I mean, if you're top 3, you're kind of a world beater, right? But they'll be there. It's going to take a little while to get there, but they're going to be there by the end of the year. We're back in, and same lineup for the Knicks. McDaniels is back in for the Timberwolves. Edwards has it on the left wing out by the three-point line, being guarded by Brunson. Edwards dancing with it, driving to his left, stop, pulls it back. Knicks showing a ton of help. Edwards got nowhere to go. He's going to settle for the mid-range follow-away jumper over Brunson, and he's just too big for Jaylen Brunson. Shoots it right over him, and he knocks it down. Good defense, better offense. Brunson bringing it down, hands it off to McBride. McBride gets it over to Bridges. Bridges over to Towns. Towns in the high post. Towns got nowhere to go with it, gets it out to McBride. McBride swings through to his left, over to Bridges, quickly attacking. Bridges all the way to the basket, scoop layup with the left hand, can't get it to go. Good help defense from Randall there. McDaniels bringing it down to the basket, hangs in the air, gets the layup to go off glass. Knicks find themselves down by 11 here, 40-29. Only 29 points in the first half so far here is pathetic. McDaniels with a reach-in foul. 29 points in the first half is pretty pathetic. Weeda, what's up, Weeda? JC, much more time in the court. Give a chance, coach. He's giving him a chance, and extremely chaotic. He's got to calm down a little bit. Some rushed shots. Brunson gets it into McBride. Back to Brunson. Brunson up top being guarded by Highland. Not a great matchup for the Timberwolves. How did the Knicks attack it? Coming to his right, a pull-up 3 for Jaylen Brunson. Splashes it, nothing but net, okay. Off the Karl-Anthony Towns screen, solid. Randall bringing it down. Get it over to Naj Reid. Brunson guarding him on the mismatch. Reid backing him down. Up top to Edwards. They run him off the line. Edwards loses the handle, picks it back up, out to Highland, back to Edwards. Edwards catches, pump fake, swings through, loses the handle again. Highland right there to pick it up. Now they get it over to Randall. Randall back to Edwards. Edwards stops, turns, fall away mid-range jumper. Can't get that one to go. Good defense from McBride. Quick outlet to McBride, and he's off and running. McBride on the left wing. Over to Towns. Towns, a trailer is the 3. Can't get it to go. A deep one from Towns. Don't love those shots, but makeable. Randall bringing it down against Anunoby. Out to Naj Reid for a straightaway 3. He can't get it to go. Both teams missing straightaway 3s from their big man as trailers. Anunoby has it up top, being guarded by Randall. Over to Towns. Back to Anunoby. Dancing around the screen. A straightaway 3, well short. An air ball maybe got blocked there. Brunson picks up the loose ball, air ball. Driving it down all the way to the rim. Righty layup. Got it to go. JB just said, I'll do it. I'll do it myself. I'm going to grab the rebound, pull it back out, and look to attack. 40-34, 6-point game. Just under 2 to go. Never restarted the timer, my bad. I did restart the timer, or I didn't restart the timer? Now I did. Get it over to Randall. Randall pump fakes, driving to his left, down the lane. Over Towns, can't get it to go. Gets his own offensive rebound. Come on, guys. Randall in the paint. Kicks it in the corner, and a bad pass from Randall. Ball going back to the Knicks. Excellent defense from the Knicks. Weeda said, we here in the Philippines focus on watching the New York Knicks. Just for Jordan Clarkson. Appreciate you, though, Weeda. Appreciate you. Shout out Jordan Clarkson. Towns has it up top. Being guarded by Naj Reid. Towns driving it down, and they call the offensive foul on Karl-Anthony Towns with the infamous hook on Naj Reid there. We know Karl-Anthony Towns loves to hook the defender, man. 40-34, 120 to go. Anthony Edwards has it, being guarded by Bridges. To his right, gets it over to Randall. Randall hands it off to McDaniels. Attacking Jaylen Brunson to the rim. Scoop play with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Good defense from the Knicks. Towns with the rebound. And then a loose ball foul on McDaniels. And I believe the Knicks are in the bonus. So 2 foul shots for Karl-Anthony Towns. El Figgy said, is this a contract year for Deuce? Is it a contract year for Deuce? He might be a contract extension eligible, but I don't think it's a contract year. I don't think he's a free agent at the end of the year. I don't think it's his last year. Oh, maybe I shouldn't do it on this screen. I'll do it over here. We can keep the game cast up. Noah said the game isn't over. We can still win this game. It's just a 5-point deficit. It's preseason. Towns knocks down the free throw. I'm not worried about winning or losing as of yet. I want to see the guys play well, and so far, not really. No, it's not a contract year. He's under a contract for next year for the same amount of money. Right? Oh, no. This might be. Hold on. No, he's on the contract for next season. Next season is his contract year. Towns knocks down both free throws. Thank you, Karl-Anthony Towns. Here comes Anthony Edwards bringing it down. Edwards driving it down, pulls it back out, stops, turns, spins in the lane, gets blocked by Anunoby, but they call a foul on Mikal Bridges. Anunoby came up with the block on the help side, but they call Bridges on a reach-in foul on the spin move from Anthony Edwards. Going to send Edwards to the foul line for 2 free throws. See the replay? It's pretty clean. Pretty clean. There is a lot of contact. He's got his right hand on his hip and his back. But it is, it is a good defensive play. Sire Love said if OG can average 6 rebounds, will be a problem. Rebounding overall was an issue. Was an issue for the team outside of Towns and Robinson and Josh Hart. We really only had 3 guys who rebounded last year. And I think already the team is rebounding significantly better here in the preseason. We'll see if that holds up over the course of the regular season. But so far here in the preseason, I really like the way they've been battling on the boards overall, like everybody. Bridges, Anunoby, even McBride. Brunson has it up top, dancing with it against Edwards, spins off of him, pump fake, leans in, floater off glass, can't get it to go, but he draws the foul on Edwards after catching him in the air with the pump fake. Going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws here. That was Brunson just saying, I'm going to go one-on-one, and I'm going to get me a basket. That's what that was. And that's what you need every now and again. Right? Defense slides a little bit. Maybe the offense isn't clicking the way you need it to, and you need your starter to just be like, give me the ball, get out of my way, let me cook. Right? Every now and again. You don't want a steady diet of it, but every now and again you need it. Brunson knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Susan said, chat, white on white can't read. I got you, Susan. I didn't know that. I was trying to mess with the chat settings and whatnot. It's just difficult to do during the week because we got a game every single night. So a lot of things that I want to change are going to have to wait until Sunday, where we're not doing a game on Sunday. And so I'll have the time to do that. Anthony Edwards bringing it down after Brunson knocked down both of his free throws. And Bridges gets called for a foul, running through the Randall screen, and he's hurt. He's hurting. And Bridges is never hurting. Ooh, he just got his arm pinched. Got the arm pinched. So he got it stuck between Edwards pushing the arm this way and Randall pushing the arm this way. And so it just twisted that arm. I think he'll be all right. I don't think he has to come out and sit out long term, and the Knicks are going to call a timeout, but oof. Like an elbow stinger. I don't even know what you would call that. That hurts. Susan said, Giants 13, Eagles 3. Oh, snap. What's going on? What's going on? El Figgy said, I'd love to see some Huck tonight. We will see them in the second half, El Figgy. Right, in preseason, coaches tend to play the regular rotation in the first half. Mike Brown did say we'll see a quick burst from the starters in the second half, and then we'll get to the bench, and we'll see everybody play. He did make a note to say everybody will play today. Giants 13, Eagles 3. Oh, snap. Luan said, damn, Mikal injury is a problem for the beginning of the season. I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be all right. That's a painful thing to happen, but I don't think anything's it's like an injury or anything. I think it just hurt in the moment. Stretch it out. I think he'll be all right. (42-38) with 40 seconds to go. My timer ticked all the way out. My bad. But we got some scores we can go around the league. We'll go through the box scores, of course. We got Cavs, Bulls, Pistons, Bucks, Hornets, Thunder, all underway already. We got Clippers versus the Lone Lions. Not interested in that, so thankfully that's a 10:30 start time. We don't have to worry about that at all. We got Hornets Thunder, though. Pistons, Bucks, Cavs, Bulls, and then obviously our Timberwolves Knicks game tonight. We'll go through the box scores all around with some helter-skelter up and down game so far. Not the greatest, not the greatest. And Mikal Bridges, he's coming out back onto the court, but he's still flexing that left arm. Still flexing it. I don't think it's a serious injury. I think he'll be all right. Brunson's going to bring it down. Brunson has it on the right wing. Coming to his left. Pulls it back out. Over to McBride. McBride a straightaway three over DiVincenzo. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Bridges with the offensive rebound. Quick pass over to Brunson. Brunson a three. Well short on the three. Najee picks up the rebound. We're bringing it down the other way. 42-38. Could have used one of those threes. Could have used one of those threes. Anthony Edwards has it up top. He's going to hold it for the final shot of the quarter. Guarded by Bridges. Coming to his left. Brunson switches onto him. Edwards attacking. Leans in. Draws the foul. No foul. But he leaned in and was able to get the layup to go. 44-38. And that's going to be the end of the first half there. Not great. Not a great first half, right? All right. All right. Up and down. Helter-skelter. Let's look at the box score and go over it. Kind of pick out the things we liked, we didn't like. So let's start with our Knicks before we go to the Timberwolves. Here's my pointer. Mikal Bridges, 5 points, 1 for 4 from 3. The issue right here, this column right here, this area right here, Tom. Jaylen Brunson, 1 for 5. Towns, 0 for 3. Anunoby, 1 for 4. Bridges, 1 for 4. Not what you want to see at all, man. Not what you want to see at all. Chano said, who do you think is going to win tonight? I think the Knicks will still be able to pull it off in the second half. They got a pretty good end of the bench, but I guess so do the Timberwolves. We watched them play the Pacers the other night, but I like the Knicks end of the bench, guys. Even when we go off the bench, Yabusele 0 for 1 from three-point range. Landry Shamet 1 for 2. McBride 0 for 3. Clarkson 0 for 5. Not necessarily what you want to see. Not what you want to see at all. Overall, they are, and again, this one column is killing us 4 for 27 on decent looks. Pretty decent looks. They should not be 4 for 27 on these looks. And that is leading us to the 38 points that we have so far. Not what you want here tonight. You don't want 38 points. Right? If we made 4 more of those threes, we're 8 for 27, which isn't a terrible percentage. That's 12 more points. You're at 50 points at halftime. That's where you want to be. That's where you want to be. Didn't love the Clarkson minutes. Chano said, I respect your honesty, but I have no doubt that the Wolves may pull it off. It's a 6-point game. It's a 6-point game. The Wolves may very well win it. But I think I'm going to lean on Huckporty, Brogdon, Garrison Matthews, McCullough, guys like that. Huckporty. Did I say Huckporty already? Versus Johnny Juzang, Tristan Newton. Jalen Clark is good. He's going to come in. No Mike Conley tonight, just realizing. Enrique Freeman. These guys aren't bad, obviously. They're perfectly fine players. I'm going to lean on the Knicks a little bit more. I'm going to lean on these guys a little bit more. Which is all subjective, of course. Jose said, love the pointer work. If you have a green screen, you need a pointer. You can't have a green screen and not have a pointer. They might as well just sell them together. Your green screen should come with a pointers, and if you buy a pointer, it should come with a green screen. They're synonymous with each other. You have to have a pointer, right? And extra points if it's retractable. As far as the Timberwolves go, Julius Randle 3 for 9, 3 turnovers, 9 points. You know what we didn't look for the Knicks? We didn't look at turnovers. So before we go through the Timberwolves again, let's look at turnovers. 2 for Bridges, 2 for Towns, 1 for Brunson. 1 1 for McBride. So turnovers, not too bad. Not too bad with turnovers. Only 7. Only 7 turnovers so far. Chano said, are you also going to stream Saturday for Pacers Thunder? I'm not watching Thunder preseason games, Chano. I'm not watching Thunder preseason games. Thunder preseason games seem terrible. They're not playing anybody. They're playing tonight against the Hornets. Let's see if they played anybody tonight. Let me look real quick at the box score. Just real quick to see who the Thunder played. Harnstein, SGA's finally played. Caruso, Dort, Wallace. Okay, so they're finally starting to play, guys. But even off the bench, it's Wiggins, Joe, Jay Will. I think I've just sworn off of watching Thunder preseason myself. So unfortunately, I don't think that's the game we're going to do tomorrow. But we'll talk about tomorrow's game when we get to the end of the stream. Yak said, fast pace, got his 45 shots up, but 7 assists and 6 fast break points. A lot of that was missed shots, Yak. A lot of that was missed shots. If they connected on some of the open threes that they generated on the fast break or in transition, they would have had more than, what was it? More than 6 fast break points. They would have had more than 7 assists. They should probably be closer to like 11, 12 assists. And that's going both ways with Minnesota as well. Minnesota has also missed very makeable, wide open looks. Overall, from three-point range, they're 5 of 16. They haven't shot nearly as much as the Knicks have. But that was Clarkson kind of coming in and chucking up. If we take 3 of those threes, 4 for 24, the Knicks are just getting up more three-point shots, which is always good, obviously. Towns chucked up a couple that I didn't love. But Terrence Shannon hit 1, Rob Dillingham hit 1, Edwards is 1 for 3, DiVincenzo's 1 for 3, and Randall's 1 for 3. Neither team necessarily shooting the lights out of the ball. Very low-scoring game. But I honestly, again, we've talked about the missed makeable shots that they've had tonight, but I think it's been more of a defensive battle tonight. Both of these teams are good defensive teams when locked in. And if you throw in a mix of we're just going to miss wide-open shots tonight, the defense is going to look extra nice against you. So the Knicks missing wide-open shots, and the Timberwolves playing excellent defense tonight. Maybe not excellent. Playing very good defense tonight in combination with the Knicks missing a bunch of makeable shots has led to 38 first-half points, which is pretty despicable in modern basketball. And then similar with the Timberwolves, 44 is not anything crazy to write home about. You really want to be in like the 55 range as a halftime score. So 44 is not where the Timberwolves want to be either. But similarly, Knicks played some very good defense, and the Timberwolves missed some makeable shots, and it led to them scoring 44 points. It's a 6-point game here at halftime. Nothing too crazy. And we're going to get a lot of the bench guys come the third quarter and fourth quarter, which is why who wins and who loses isn't necessarily what I'm looking at here today. I'm really looking to evaluate how the guys have played and how the offense and defense is looking. The defense is looking very much more ahead of the offense. But a lot of the offense, like Brunson, is sitting with 11 points, leading the way, 4 for 10, though, from the field, 1 for 5 from three-point range on pretty decent looks, but he does have 0 assists because nobody's making anything. Right? Our assist leader is 2. Clarkson with 2. Anunoby with 2. Towns with 2. So we got to make some shots. So we get to the Timberwolves, and Anthony Edwards is doing his thing. 5 for 11 from the field with 14 points. It's been Edwards versus Brunson here tonight. DiVincenzo, 1 for 3. All of his shots coming from three-point range. Only took the 3 shots. 3 assists, 3 boards for Donte DiVincenzo, trying to do a little bit of everything. Also 2 blocked for him. Rudy Gobert doing a great job of getting his hand on a lot of rebounds. And even if he doesn't grab the rebound, he's keeping the ball alive and knocking it out to his other teammates. 7 boards for him, 4 of them being offensive. 4 of them being offensive rebounds. 7 total rebounds, 4 of them being offensive, which is crazy. Because normally the Knicks are pretty decent defensive rebounding team. Karl-Anthony Towns had 9 rebounds himself, 6 defensive, 3 offensive. Mitchell Robinson, 6 boards, 5 defensive. Without Mitchell Robinson out there, we really struggled to defensive rebound yet again. You kind of almost need Mitchell Robinson or Josh Hart out there to keep your defensive rebounding ability alive. I'm hoping that a guy like Yabusele can settle himself in and help with that. He didn't pick up any defensive rebounds. He had 1 offensive rebound in his 7 minutes. and was tasked with trying to box out Rudy Gobert on multiple occasions where Gobert kept the play alive. Not great. Not great. Benjamin B said disappointed. Not a great first half at all. I'm not entirely disappointed, but I'm not happy either. Not happy either. I'll leave it at that. So let's look real quick around the league. If they'll allow us. Actually, we're in the NFL real quick. 13-10 now. Okay, I just wanted to see. Darts 4 for 6 from the passer. He's got a touchdown, 95 yards. Okay. I just wanted to see real quick. Let's go around the league. We got our Knicks Timberwolves, obviously, and I'm standing in front of, so I got to be over here. Cavs Bulls, 36-35. It's a close one. Pistons Bucks. I'm interested in Pistons Bucks. The Knicks weren't playing tonight. This would probably be the game we would watch. Duncan Robinson, Ron Holland, All-Star Thompson, Isaiah Stewart, Cade Cunningham. Interesting starting lineup. Still no Jalen Duren, interestingly enough, for the Pistons. No Giannis with the COVID situation. And keeping it at a 7-point game with no Giannis at the end of the first is pretty solid. It is preseason action, but that's pretty solid. You got Hornets, Thunder, and again, not interested in watching the Thunder preseason, unfortunately. We can look at tomorrow's thing real quick, just to sort of see what games are on. We'll make a final decision at the end of the stream here. Benjamin C. said, I don't like Minnesota. I want to beat Minnesota. I don't care if it's preseason. I'd also like to win the game. Karen said, give them a break. New coach, new gameplay. They will get it together. We can look real quick at Friday's games. We got Suns, Nets, Celtics, Raptors, Magic, 76ers, Jazz, Spurs, Kings, Blazers. Well, the Thunder are not playing the Pacers tomorrow. I'm not sure which day you're referring to. The Saturday games. It's either that or Hawks, Grizzlies. We'll decide on this tomorrow. We'll talk about that. As for the game tomorrow that we're going to do, I don't know if I want to see the Sixers again. I don't know if I want to do Magic Sixers. Jazz Spurs. We don't want to do the Spurs anymore. Don't want to do that game. So Celtics Raptors or Magic Sixers. Might have to be Celtics Raptors. Celtics played a pretty fun preseason game the other day. Raptors look fun and interesting. We could check in on our guys, RJ and Quick. So it might have to be the Celtics Raptors. 7 o'clock start time, so 6:30 start time tomorrow. Okay. Susan said, KD trying to get Russell Westbrook to the Rockets. I don't think they need another non-shooter. Although they do need a point guard, so maybe. So we're only going to get a little bit of the starters here in the second half before we get to more of the bench guys. Big Rud said, it's never too early to evaluate talent. The win or loss is what doesn't dictate the overall valuation. Spoken like a true Bulls fan. You know all about having to evaluate young players and not worrying about wins or losses, Big Red. But you're entirely on point. When preseason comes around, that's almost entirely what you got to do. You got to be able to evaluate the play style and not necessarily the results in preseason. We're going to save all that kind of talk for the regular season. And like I said, I'm giving them about a month grace period, just because of all of the newness. AP said, I think one of the reasons Tom Thibodeau got fired is because he kept losing games at the Garden. I don't think that had anything to do with the decision at all. 151 games. I think the reason why he got fired is because of his unwillingness to accept help from his assistant coaches during the actual games, his relentlessness and stubbornness in utilizing the same lineups that showed that the lineups he was using were not working and just kept banging his head against the wall. I think that's why he got fired. And even when the front office was like, hey, man, maybe that's not really working. Like, all the data we have says that's not really working. Maybe you want to try something else. We're not going to tell you what to do, but, like, I think we should be trying something else. And he was like, I'm the coach. I'm going to do what I got to do. And I think at that point, they were just like, come on, man. Like, we're all working towards the same goal here. And if it's not working, come on. AB said, I think it mattered silently to James Dolan. I don't think it mattered at all. Because it's not like they were a 500 team at home. I think it mattered 0%. They won 51 games and made it to the conference finals. I don't think they were like, yeah, but you lost like 3 more games at the Garden than we would have liked. I don't think it mattered one. I don't even think they noticed. I couldn't tell you what their win-loss record at home last year off the top of my head was, which tells you it was a non-issue because nobody really noticed. Did you want it to be better? I'm sure we all wanted it to be better. But it's a complete non-issue. Not when you win 51 games. All right, here we go. Let's get ready for this third quarter. Timer set up. Everything set up. 44-38. Let's have a prosperous second half here after a very disappointing first half. Let's do it. Look at Chris Gent, the associate head coach for Mike Brown, doing the halftime interview with Alan Hahn. Shout out Chris Gent. Luan said, what's your thoughts about Ace Bailey? I saw a tiny bit of that Utah game, and from what I saw from Ace Bailey, he looked really good. Looked really good. I think the thing about what's Ace Bailey is seeing him do it in the regular season when, like, everybody is on and there's an actual game plan to guard against him. What does that look like during the regular season? But he looked really good. He's going to have a fantastic rookie year. Obviously going to be some ups and downs, the same way there is for every single rookie season. But I think he showed immediately in the first preseason game, like, I got the skill to be here. And so it's just about getting through the 82-game regular season, getting as good as you can because Utah's not going anywhere anytime soon. So just work on continuing to get your game better. AB said, I think the Brunson Knicks are better on the road where the Ewing teams were better at home. Completely different eras, and you're talking about one season. They were very good at the home the previous season. Here we go. Start of the third quarter, start of the second half. Both teams send their starters back out to start the second half here. Oh, no, Yabusele is in for... Who's got? Mitchell Robinson. No Mitchell Robinson in the second half. As Julius Randle knocks down a 3 over Yabusele. Now you want to see the start. Brunson bringing it down. No Mitchell Robinson. I hope Mitchell Robinson's fine. We're going to have to look something up now. Was Mitchell Robinson hurt? They just want to keep him out because no need to have him out there. He looked good. Over to Yabusele on the pick and pop. 3. Can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball. Anunoby saves it over to Brunson. Brunson loses the handle. Picks it back up. Now gets it over to Towns. Towns gets fouled by Jaden McDaniels. Going for the steal. Jay Hammer. What's up, Jay Hammer? 47-38, Knicks down by 9. Knicks down by 9. Oh, I got to look up this Mitchell Robinson thing, make sure nothing's wrong with Big Mitch. Get it into Towns. Towns hands it off to Brunson. Brunson over to Bridges. Bridges over to Yabu. Yabu going along the baseline. Takes it out to Anunoby. Wide open left corner 3. Nobody even around him. Practice shot. Can't get it to go down. Ay, guys. Can't get it to go down. And Bridges comes up with a steal on the fast break. He's going to go all the way and get the easy layup with the right hand. Beautiful jump of the passing lane from Mikal Bridges. You love to see it. You love to see Bridges getting back in the passing lanes. Even Chinzo hands it off to Edwards. Edwards up top. Spinning, coming to his right. Snaking his way. Bridges trying to stick with him. Going up, leaves it off for Gobert at the last second. Gobert was standing on the baseline. Excellent defense with Bridges and great help from Karl-Anthony Towns to sneak over there and help him out at the last second, force him to pass it over to Rudy Gobert, who wasn't ready for it. You get it over to Yabu on the right wing. Yabu gets it over to Towns. Towns, high post, being guarded by Randle. Stops, turns, spins, in the lane, flips it up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. He's looking for a foul call. Terrible shot, airballed it. Good defense from Randle. Gobert bringing it down. Gets stripped by Towns. Yabu picks it up over to Towns. Towns Got fouled by DiVincenzo. No foul call. He was able to recover and lay it up and in. But where's my foul call? Towns with a little limp as he's walking back in a timeout. I don't even have the game cast up for you guys. My bad. My bad. Uh, Nothing about Big Mitch. Nothing about Big Mitch. So he's just not starting the second half because you don't need to play, I guess. Yeah, nothing wrong with Big Mitch. He's just not going to start the second half. Nothing wrong. I mean, people are noticing and they're asking the question, but nothing seems to be wrong. Yeah, nothing wrong with Big Mitch. Nothing to report. He's fine. Just not going to start the second half because they don't need him to. They don't need him to. Do I have my timer still ticking? Yes, I do. My bad. 10 minutes to go. I'm a minute behind. I'm a minute ahead, I should say. Jay Hammer said 38 and a half. Bad stuff. Just woke up. 4 a.m. here in Jerusalem. Yeah, 38 and a half is really bad. Really bad, Jay Hammer. Really bad. 47-42, though. It's not like the Timberwolves are that much better, though. Yak said it's 5-out lineup. Yeah, I mean, this is a lineup I definitely wanted to see with Towns and Yabusele in the court together. I don't know if we've ever seen it so far here in the preseason, but we haven't seen it too much if we have. So I'm very interested in it. Chano said, how long have you been a Knicks fan? As long as I can remember, Chano. As long as I can remember. From the moment I started watching basketball, I was watching Knicks games. That's how I was a Knicks fan before. That's not true because I was always a basketball fan, but I was a Knicks fan before I was an NBA fan. You know, I'd always loved playing basketball when I was like a little kid, and then by the time I started watching sports, I started by watching the Knicks. And then obviously I got into the rest of the NBA. I like the defensive intensity we've shown tonight. It's just El Figgy said 11 points from turnovers. I like that. Yeah, I like that too. You know, we're literally hitting on the same point we're talking about here, El Figgy. I like what I've seen from the defense. They're causing turnovers. They're getting the ability to get out and run. They're making things happen. They're generating easy looks. They're generating good shots. Just not knocking any of them down. And again, I'm gonna give them a slight pass here, only because number one, preseason. So we're not gonna worry too much about it. But number two, they had the Saudi Arabia games, and they had to make the trip back, and then they had 5 days off. So there's some rust. There's some out of rhythm stuff. So we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that for the shooting issues tonight. But I want to see a good shooting game before we get to the end of the preseason, obviously. Here we go. We're back into it. Randall has it up top. 5-point game, 47-42. Shortchanging the Knicks here. Randall, he knocks down the three, but there was a foul off ball when Gobert had it. So it was a side out of bounds. AB said, what about Towns? You just said he was limping. It was just a regular Towns limp. Nothing wrong with him. He just did that thing where he walks back like this. Just real stiff, slight limp. It's just when you're 7 feet tall, you sometimes walk with a little limp, you know? McDaniel swings it around Edwards. Good ball movement leads to an open look from Anthony Edwards. Excellent offense. Decent rotation from the Knicks, but you leave a guy open for a split second, they're gonna make you pay 9 times out of 10. And Edwards makes them pay there. Anunoby tries to spray it out to somebody, but Yabu didn't know if it was to him. DiVincenzo ends up coming with the steal, sprays it back out to Edwards for an open three. Can't get that one to go down. Knicks catching a break there, 50-47. And Anunoby will bring it down. Rudy Gobert forced to pick him up. Now they get over to Towns, being guarded by Randall. He's going to pump fake, drive it in, loses the handle, out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Knicks. It's going to stay with the Knicks. El Figgy said, I love Cat, but he always looks clumsy like a baby giraffe. He does look clumsy. He does look clumsy. Brunson is going to inbound it. Benjamin Me said, number one pet peeve is allowing wide open threes. Yeah, the wide open threes are rough. Beautiful inbound play. Brunson in the Bridges, kind of all the way to the basket, and he gets a nice, easy layup out of it. And the T-Wolves turnover forced a turnover. And the Timberwolves are going to use their challenge here. Chris Finch said, no, there's no way. There's no way. Knicks touched it. So they're going to use their challenge here. Try to get the possession back. Benjamin B said, I'd allow a wide open layup over a wide open three. I wouldn't. I don't think I would. A wide open layup is an automatic 2 points. A wide open three, there's a possibility that they could miss it. A pretty decent possibility that they miss it. Like a 40, 50% chance that they miss it. Right? On wide open shots to a good shooter, there's probably a 50, 60% chance they hit that. Right? I'd take my chances with the wide open three versus a wide open layup. Just mathematically. I know 3 points is more than 2, but you have a higher probability of missing that three. Benjamin B said, let's say the shooter is Isaiah Joe. Would you rather give it up a wide open layup to anybody or a wide open Isaiah Joe three? I'm thinking about it. It's a good question. It's a very good question. I think I'd rather give up the three, just because if you give up a layup, it feels. It depends on the situation. In the half court, I think I'd rather give up the open three. I don't know. That's a tough question. Yak said 4 tush push in a row for a score. Despicable. No, Linda said the media really hates an American MVP, so I expect Edwards. Really wants an American MVP, so I expect Edwards to get the best whistle in the league this year. Jokic and Giannis would be screwed over if I had to guess. I don't think. I think there's maybe like a 2% chance Anthony Edwards wins the MVP this year. I think there's like a 2% chance. The refs got the call right. It is out of bounds off of Julius Randle. They're going to show the replay here. Yabusele got into the passing lane. Oh no, they called a foul on Randle, the proximate foul on Julius Randle. So the ball's going to go back to the Knicks here. Benjamin B said, I hate allowing threes. Sometimes part of a defensive scheme is allowing an open three from a guy you would rather shoot in a specific spot, right? So if Julius Randle's shooting the open three, they might want Julius Randle shooting that open three. He's like a 34% three-point shooter. They're like, okay, you guys want to live and die with Julius Randle threes? I prefer that than Anthony Edwards attacking the rim, right? So sometimes it's purposeful when you see teams give up an open three. And when you see like Anthony Edwards or Dante DiVincenzo end up with an open three, that's just good offense and bad defense, obviously. But occasionally when you see open threes, you have to take into account who's shooting it and where they're shooting it, right? Teams have often decided you can't take everything away and you got to give up something, and we might want to give up the open three from a bad shooter. As Brunson, beautiful pocket pass to Karl-Anthony Towns off the pick and roll. Rolling to the rim, and he just blows a dunk. Excellent ball movement. Knicks, Brunson, a beautiful pass to Towns, rolling to the rim. Wide open lane, blows a dunk. Again, I don't think Brunson has an assist tonight. Let me see real quick. JB. He's got 1 assist. Probably should have like 4, like at least 3 or 4. But guys have just missed open shots. Towns misses an easy layup dunk there. And then on the other end, Gobert wide open under the basket. You miss a layup on one end, you're going to give something up on the other end. Gobert gets fouled at the rim. Good foul from Landry Shamet to send the poor free throw shooter to the foul line as Gobert misses the first one. He's got one more coming. And he does knock down the second one, unfortunately. Shamet is in for Yabusele, by the way, so Anunoby's at the 4. Brunson misses a mid-range pull-up shot. No pass on that possession. Randall bringing it down. Has it on the left wing. Dancing with it against Bridges. Spins, stops, turns, kicks it out to Naj Reid. McDaniel steps through, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Anunoby battling for the rebound, able to grab it. Quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down. Pushing the pace. Kicks it out to Anunoby as the trailer. Catches, pump fakes again. Stops, pulls it back out, gets it over to Towns. Towns in the post against DiVincenzo. He's got the advantage. Hits Brunson, comes to the rim. Kicks it out to Shamet. Wide open left corner 3. Shamet too strong, can't get it to go down. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Quick outlet to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo bringing it down. Throws the lob inside to Gobert. Can't get the finish, but that's because he's fouled by OG Anunoby. It's going to send him to the foul line for 2 more free throws. 51-44. Some inept offense here. Some inept offense, for sure. Gobert knocks down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. We're just trying to get some NBA action here. Come on, guys. Gobert goes 2 for 2 at the foul line. Not great. Home run pass to Landry Shamet in the left corner. Back up top to Anunoby is the trailer. Anunoby pulling it out. It's over to Towns. Back to OG Anunoby driving to the rim. Can't get the lefty finish to go over Gobert. Great contest from Rudy Gobert on the help side. And it's a 5-on-4. DiVincenzo over to Randall. Randall looking to attack. Draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws as Bridges comes over to foul him. And the Knicks looking a little tired. Looking like the pace is catching up to them a little bit. Minnesota's out and running. Noah said the Nets may never win a title. Very unlikely. Very unlikely. The last time they were contenders, they were in New Jersey. Yeah. Back when they were the New Jersey Nets. Should have stayed there. Should have stayed there. I remember I'm from New Jersey, so I was cheering for them. I'm also from New Jersey. I was not watching basketball at that point. I was 3 years old. So it did not matter to me. I got no memories of that. By the time I started watching basketball, they were, again, the laughing stock of the league. And we get a Knicks timeout here. Randall did make one of his free throws, so now it's a 10-point lead for Minnesota. And this is what I was interested about with the Knicks. And this is why I talked about after the 2 Philly games, it's like, let's go back home and let's play a real basketball team. Because Philly is not great. They're not a very good team. And so Minnesota is a much bigger step up in competition. And so it's been interesting to see these 2 teams, a dichotomy of these 2 teams, of one team that has had their coach in place and they understand their system and they know what they want to do, versus another team in the New York Knicks who are finding themselves, finding a new system after the Tom Thibodeau let go. But you're seeing why I was quick to pump the brakes on how well they played against Philly, because it's like, okay, let's see them play against a real team. Now I'd like to see them play against a real team when they actually have rhythm. Unfortunately, with the schedule, we're going to have like 4 days off before the next game, so I don't like how stretched out our preseason schedule is. But, we play today, which is Thursday, then we have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, and then we play Monday night. So it's like 3.5 days off, which I don't love. I don't love having that much time in between games. Like in the regular season, let's go, let's cook. We got games every other night. So So Randle back at the foul line, does knock down that second free throw after the timeout. 11-point lead for Minnesota. Anunoby has it up top. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left off the Town screen. The Knicks relegating themselves back to old offense. Brunson one-on-one against Randle here. Over to Bridges. Bridges steps into a three. Gets that one to go down. Mikal Bridges' three-point shot looks way better than it did to start last season. We'll say that. Randle driving it down, draws the foul. Can't get the floater to go, but he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. But you're seeing the offense here. This is not a Mike Brown offense right now. This is a very, we're tired. We're going to run our isolation offense that we've been running the past 3 years. Yak said, I'm not sold on the fast pace. Well, it's not fast paced right now yet. This is medium paced basketball from the Knicks right now. They started off the game fast paced, but hasn't been great here tonight. El Figgy said, I know it's just a preseason game, but this is getting on my nerves. It's allowed. You're allowed to have it get on your nerves, even if it's a preseason game. You just got to remind yourself, like, don't let it linger, right? Don't let it linger. Be annoyed about it in the moment, but don't let it linger. Remind yourself, okay, it's preseason. On to the next one. On to the next one. Right? Again, I gave you all the excuses already. The Abu Dhabi trip, the jet lag getting back home, 5 days off isn't great. Anunoby catches it on the run, goes all to the rim, blows right past Rudy Gobert and gets a layup to go. You love to see it. You love to see it. Randle did knock down both free throws. And then Jaden McDaniels runs right over Jaylen Brunson. It's an offensive foul, ball going right back to the Knicks. You love it? Beautiful. Beautiful. Jaden McDaniels with his 4th foul, I believe. His 4th foul. He is foul prone. He is a foul machine. You also have to remember in preseason, teams trying things, right? The teams that have been together and have cohesiveness and they're trying to get back in the rhythm. Teams like the Knicks, who have a new coach and some new players and working in a new system, they're going to be trying things as the season goes on. OG Anunoby, right between the eyes of Rudy Gobert, splashes the 3, and then almost come over the loose ball there. DiVincenzo has it in the backcourt. Gets it over to Edwards. Let me give my man Anunoby the 3. 57-49. Edwards spots up for a 3, can't get it to go. Grabs his own rebound as it went right back to him. Chases it down. Edwards stops, turns, spins. Fall-away jumper over Brunson. Well short. Brunson picks up the rebound. We're off and running. It's a 2-on-1 fast break. Brunson all the way to the rim. Puts up the floater. Can't get the floater to go. Come on, JB. That's a preseason miss right there. Just got to get that to go down. Randle over to Edwards. Wide open right wing 3. Can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball. Brunson gets it off the tip from McBride. A pull-up 3 from Shaman in transition. He can't get it to go. Gobert with the rebound. Got to get one of these shots to go down. Brunson misses a wide open layup at the basket. Shaman misses a wide open pull-up 3 in transition. And Dante DiVincenzo has it up top. Dancing around a Gobert screen. Coming to his right. Kicks it out to nobodies. Bridges almost came up with the steal, but he can't hold on to it. Gobert knocks it over to McDaniels, and he knocks down the 3. You give it and you take it. You got to just get that 3, brother. You got to get that 3. Oh, man. So past the halfway point here in the 3rd quarter. Brunson, jab step, kicks it out. Bridges, a right wing 3. Can't get it to go. Brunson knocks the rebound off of Gobert's hands somehow. Shaman driving it down over to Bridges, right corner 3. Mikal? Okay, Mikal Bridges, wake me up then, brother. Wake me up then. Come on, Mikal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Mikal Bridges revenge season will commence October 22nd. Be here. He's coming back for a revenge season after a down year last year. They get it to Randle in the post being guarded by Bridges. Back over to Edwards. Jab step. Mid-range. Pull-up jumper over OG. Can't get it to go. Good defense. Towns recovers it. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down. We're building momentum. We're getting it going. You hear the excitement in my voice. We're going. They get it over to Towns. Towns. Pass fake. Driving to his left. Putting his head down. Through the contact. Flips it up on the rim. Can't get it to go. He's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Here comes DiVincenzo bringing it down the other way. It's a 5-on-4. Over to Edwards. And an offensive foul on Rudy Gobert as Brunson just pulls Gobert in. Jaylen Brunson, the wily vet, just knows, as I drop my microphone, you know it's not a Sheffy show unless I throw my microphone for some reason. But Jaylen Brunson just knows, let me just go ahead, step in front of Gobert. He's not looking. and he's going to run me over, and I'm going to be able to draw the offensive foul. We don't have numbers anyway because Towns hit the floor on the other end. You love to see it. You love to see it. Oh, Figgy said Julius Randle looks winded. Julius Randle always looks winded. He always looks winded. It's a 5-point game, and the Knicks have not played particularly well. Brunson bringing it down. 4:30 to go here. I forgot to restart the timer. We'll catch up. We're only a minute behind. Brunson gets it over to Towns. Back to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by McDaniels. Coming to his left. The rookie Behringer is back in. They swing it out to Yabusele. Wide open right wing three. Yabu can't get it to go. Towns, an offensive rebound, goes up. Can't get it to go, but gets fouled by McDaniels, I believe. That's 5 fouls on Jaylen McDaniels. It's going to send Towns to the foul line for 2 free throws. Yes, sir. Love to see it. Love to see it. Get this back to a single-digit game. We're right there, y'all. We're right there. Bernard Johnson. What's up, Bernard? That was a smart play by Jaylen. Just playing the game on another level. His levels. He's playing the game on another level. Yak said so many threes are turning into the New York Celtics. Well, we're just welcoming ourselves into modern basketball, Yak. The Knicks have a team that should prioritize three-point shooting. Now they're shooting they're shooting a lot. They're shooting a lot of three-point shots for sure, but there's a balance that they're going to find eventually. There is a balance they're going to find yet. It also wouldn't feel that way if they made the makeable ones, but there is a balance for sure that they're going to find. Real Art Manifest. I'm just seeing it now. My man, Real Art. Happy to see you back, brother. Kwame Robertson, too. What's up, Kwame? Happy to see you, my man. Towns knocks down both of his free throws. Thank you, Towns. Thank you, Towns. No, he missed the first one. Excuse me. So he split the free throws. 56-60 right now. 4 minutes to go. Edwards bringing it down against Bridges. I think Bridges has had a pretty damn good game here tonight. I love the way Bridges has been playing. McDaniels has it on the left wing. A pull-up three over Brunson. Too long, can't get it to go. Bridges knocks the rebound over to Towns. He can't hold on to it, but he's able to pick it up. Okay. Almost lost it. Get it over to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down against McDaniels. He's got the 5 fouls. You know, Brunson, he's going to pull it straight right between the eyes. Well short. Can't get it to go. Naj Reid with the rebound. Hit a head pass to Shannon Jr. Inside pass to Behringer. Got knocked loose. And then McBride knocks it away from, oh my goodness, how many opportunities? And they give up the and one. The multiple effort from the Knicks to not give up the easy layup. McBride came in, slapped it away from Jaden McDaniels, then contest the dunk, and he missed it off the initial tipped pass from Towns. And then they knocked the ball loose, but the Knicks can't recover it. Shannon Jr. picks it up and goes all the way and gets an easy layup, but then get a little touch foul by Towns as well, so he gets the and one. Now he's at the foul line for one more. And my man Pacom Dadie is coming into the game. Shout out my man Pacom Dadie. Real Art Manifest said they should drug test players again, in my opinion. They do drug test them. They absolutely drug test them, Real Art. Karen said, whole different atmosphere and more challenging opponent. Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is the part of the game where we're going to start pulling guys out and putting other guys in terms of like the third stringers and whatnot, and the end of the bench guys. Not a great showing from our guys tonight, but not a great showing from pretty much anybody. Minnesota didn't particularly play well, and New York also didn't particularly play well. Shannon Jr. misses the free throw, but Behringer able to get the offensive rebound. The Knicks don't have a traditional center out there with Yabusele playing the 5 and Dadie playing the 4. Really small lineup out there that Mike Brown's put out. Naj Reid has it in the post against Yabu. Stop, turn, spin, pivot, flips it up with the right hand, banks it in. Good move from Naj Reid. Didn't win 6th Man of the Year by accident. Tell you that. Brunson hands it off to McBride. McBride hands it off to Dadie. Dadie gets it over to Yabu. Yabu gets it over to nobody, and it's out of bounds off of Shamit. And the miscommunication continues. Nola knows said, who plays bets? Throw them in the chat if y'all place the bet on the game here tonight. Kwame Robinson said they're trading Pacom to keep Brogdon. What do you think about that? Don't love it. Don't love it. I wouldn't do it personally, but I understand the reasoning. Naj Reid has it, dancing, coming down the rim, lays it up and in over Dadie. And the Knicks find themselves down by 10 yet again, 66-56. Brunson still in the game with McBride, Yabu, Dadie, and Shamit. Interesting lineup out there for the Knicks. Very interesting. Brunson dancing with it, coming to his left off the Yabu screen. Pulls it back, crosses over again. In the lane, flips it up off glass. Too strong, can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball. Shannon Jr. picks it up. They're off and running. Cross-court pass to Dillingham. Throws it out to Behringer, and he gets a two-handed slam in transition. A home run pass to McBride, who walks into a pull-up three and gets intentionally fouled by McDaniels. McDaniels went to intentionally foul McBride as he rose up to shoot a three, and the Knicks are like, yo, come on, chill. Because he two-handed pushed McBride as he jumped up to shoot the three, which is a crazy play. Real R said they said Julius Randle smoked weed before every Knick game, but they don't test for weed. They no longer drug test for weed. They drug test for performance-enhancing drugs. And people would say that weed has the opposite effect as other performance-enhancing drugs. So the officials are at the monitors looking at something. Maybe they're looking to see if it's a three-point shot. It is for sure a three-point shot. Maybe they're looking to see if it's a flagrant or something. Two minutes to go here in the third quarter, 68-56. McBride will be shooting three free throws regardless of what the officials rule here. I think they're also looking to see if it's a flagrant. Could be a flagrant. Common foul from McDaniels. He fouls out anyway, so he's out. He's also was a bit injured, and that's where some of the frustration came from. So McBride's going to get three free throws here. Knock it back to a 9-point game, but like, come on, y'all. Come on. Come on. Yak said Scatterboo touchdown, Giants up 3. The fact that the Giants are out there competing with the Eagles is great. Great. The fact that they lost to the Saints isn't great. But when you got a rookie quarterback that you're, developing, you can have some up and down games. You can have some up and down games. Happy to see him doing well though. It'll make up for some new exciting New York football, which hasn't been had in a while. McBride at the foul line for 3 free throws. Knock down your free throws. Come on, Deuce. Very few. I don't know if any players particularly had a very good game here tonight. McBride does knock down the second free throw. And Brunson to the bench, and he's the last starter out. And that should be the last minutes we see from our starters. The bench unit is also in for Minnesota, but they've been in for a while now. McBride does go 2 of 3 from the foul line, knocking down the last 2. Dillingham bringing it down against McBride. Gets it over to Behringer. Behringer being guarded by Yabusele. Good denial defense from McBride. They finally get it out to Dillingham, coming to his left, dancing with it. Inside pass to Behringer. Stop, turn, spin, goes up. Can't get the layup to go. The rookie rushed it there. Dadier over to Yabu. Yabu directing some traffic. Hands it off to McBride. McBride stops, turns, kicks it out to Yabusele. Gets it over to Clarkson. Clarkson coming to his left off the screen, driving it down in the lane. Stop, turn, pump fake, inside. Beautiful pass from Clarkson to Yabusele, and he gets an easy layup out of it. There you go, Clarkson. That's more like it. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see from Clarkson. Highlands down the lane. Can't get the layup to go, just blows the layup. Good job from the Knicks not to foul, I guess. Here comes Jordan Clarkson bringing it down the other way. Over to Yabusele. Yabusele up top, coming to his left. Gets it over to Clarkson. Clarkson on the left wing. Behind the back pass to Yabusele in the mid-range. Catch, pump fake, jab step. Now he has it in the post against Behringer. Back to Clarkson. Coming to his left off the screen. Dancing with it. Crosses over. Hesitation move. Loses the handle. Picks it back up in the lane. High floater. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. And McBride looks tired. He didn't even pursue that loose ball to get it over to Dillingham. Gets swatted out of the rim. Swatted out of the air by Landry Shamet in transition. Excellent defense from Shamet. And that right there is why the Knicks would like to have Landry Shamet around. Naj Reid has it up top, gets it over to Shannon. Shannon gets it over to Reid. Deep straightaway three, can't get it to go. Brogdon comes flying in for the rebound. Brogdon gets it out to Clarkson. Clarkson has it up top, being guarded by the center Behringer. Hands it back off to Clarkson. To Brogdon. Brogdon over to Dadier. Dadier up top to Clarkson. Clarkson coming to his right off the Yabu screen. Back up top to Dadier. Dadier coming to his left, driving down the lane, kicks it out to McBride. Wide open right wing three, line me up. There you go, Deuce McBride knocking down the three. Excellent creation from Bakom Dadier, by the way. Excellent creation. 5-point game, 18 seconds to go. Highland hands it off to Shannon. Now over to Reed. Now Reed hands it off to Shannon. They're going to hold it for the final shot of the quarter here. Under 10, 68-63. Shannon coming to his left. Over Reed. Hesitates, then puts it up over McBride, and he splashes it nothing but net to end the quarter. Okay. Gave the 3 points right back. It's an 8-point game. 8-point game. AB said when is the first game of the regular season? October 22nd. I think the Knicks play the 23rd. They play on the second day of opening week. I can tell you right now, though, we can look at it. This is preseason, regular season, and we play October 22nd. I was right. So the season opens the 21st. The Knicks play the 22nd against Cleveland. 7 o'clock. Be there. 7 o'clock. Slightly different. Right? Normally a 7:30 start time, but 7 o'clock start time. It's an ESPN game. Opening week of the NBA is always fun. We got Cleveland, then Boston, then Miami, then Milwaukee. Back-to-backs against Chicago, Washington, Minnesota. First, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First 8 games of the season, I'm going to predict 8 games, 5-3. 5-3. I'll predict 5-3. Right? We're going to beat Washington. We're going to beat Milwaukee. We're going to beat Miami. We're going to beat Boston. And then we'll win one of those games against Chicago. We'll lose one of those games against Chicago. Maybe we lose to Minnesota. Maybe you could lose the Cleveland game. There's your 5-3. Some variation of that. I think 5-3 is the worst I would take for the first 8 games of the season, but I could also see them going like 6-2, right? 6-2. Although I would like start the season strong. Start the season on like a 3-4 game winning streak. That would be nice, right? It'd be really nice. Luan said Bulls game going to be easy to win in theory. In theory, on paper. But for whatever reason, we always play close games against the Bulls. AP said 8,438 3-point shooting. You got 3-point shooters out there, man. You got to get them 3-point shots up. Susan says, stop sleeping on the Bucks. I'm pulling out my pillow and I'm going right to sleep, Susan. I'm knocking right out. Right? Sleeping right on them. Having beautiful dreams. Passed out on the Bucks. Not worried one bit. Luan sent 6-2 easy. I'm hoping 6-2. Here we go. All right. R. Zikarsky is in for the Timberwolves, along with Behringer, Highland, Terrence Shannon, and Rob Dillingham. The Knicks have Big Huck in the game, along with McBride, Clarkson, Brogdon, and Dadier. Dadier has it up top. Hands it off to McBride. McBride gets it over to Huck Porty. Huck Porty in the high post. It's Brogdon cutting back door. Brogdon can't get the layup to go, but he gets fouled by Highland. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Start of the fourth quarter. And the third stringer's in there. El Figgy said the Bucks have Miles Turner. We not worried about Miles Turner in this household, man. We not worried about Miles Turner one bit. Get that man out of here. Not one bit. Brogdon knocks down his first free throw. Thank you, Malcolm Brogdon. Brogdon might have to be a part of the rotation, man. Wily veteran. Played on a multitude of teams under a multitude of coaches. Has the experience. Brogdon knocks down both free throws. Dillingham bringing it down against some full court pressure of McBride. Get it over to Behringer. Behringer over to Zikarsky. Zikarsky fakes the handoff. Gets it to nobody. We're going the other way. 6-point game. 71-65 is a pretty gross score here in the fourth quarter. Pretty gross. Porty has it up top, hands it off to Brogdon, who gets it over to Dadier. Dadier can't knock down to three. Here comes Dillingham, pushing the pace, coming the other way, turning on the Jets, pulling it all the way back out. Dillingham coming to us right off the Behringer screen. Pass fake, kicks it out. Highland, the left wing three, is a marksman. In and out, can't get it to stay. Dadier with the rebound, and we're pushing the other way. Dadier, cross-court pass. McBride, wide open left corner three in transition. Comes up short. Porty, the offensive rebound, back out to Clarkson. Clarkson has it up top. Spins, coming to us right up the Porty screen. Over to Dadier. Dadier, right wing three, comes up short. Daddy's going to have to start knocking down some shots if we want to see him actually maybe make this team this year. Shannon Jr., cross-court pass. They run Highland off the line. Back to Shannon Jr. on the relocation, left corner three. Knocks it down. Clarkson bringing it down the other way. Hands it off to Brogdon. Brogdon up top. Driving to his right. Stops. Hands it off to McBride. McBride over to Clarkson. Clarkson coming to his left off the Hug Porty screen. Leaning in. Driving it down. Down the lane. Easy scoop layup with the right hand. Beautiful manipulation from Jordan Clarkson there. Highland gets it over to Zakarski. Zakarski gets it over to Dillingham. Dillingham coming to his right. Hesitation move. Throws up a floater, a wild floater, way off. Brogdon picks it up. It's a 2-on-1 fast break. Hit ahead to Clarkson. Clarkson over to McBride. McBride over to Brogdon. Brogdon settles for the three. Brogdon knocks down the three. Thank you, Malcolm Brogdon. Back to a 4-point game. Under 10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Just climb your way back. Pick up a win. That'd be nice to see tonight. Be nice to walk out of here with a win. Dillingham driving it down. And an offensive foul on Rob Dillingham using the off arm, hitting the little chicken wing on Jordan Clarkson. AP said Pacom can't knock down any shot. Could be him feeling the pressure of knowing he might be the odd man out. Right? Could be him feeling that. McBride, although nobody can knock down a shot consistently, as McBride misses another one. They spread it out to Dadier, back to Brogdon. Brogdon up top, coming to his right, driving it down. Beautiful hesitation, loses the handle, picks it back up, finds McBride. Pump fake, sidestep, step back three, left corner, gets it to go. Finally gets one to go down for Deuce McBride. There you go. There you go. Buzzer beater. What's up, buzzer beater? We were talking about you earlier tonight. We were looking for you, buzzer beater. Happy to see you, my man. They get it over to Shannon Jr. Shannon Jr. turns it over. Good hands from Dadier. Brogdon hit ahead to McBride. McBride turning on the Jets. Hesitation move, going along the baseline. Kicks it out. Clarkson wide open right corner three. Too long, can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball. And a foul on the Knicks fighting for it. Hazy said, wow, we brought the game right back. I mean, we've always been into it. Never been more than an 11-point lead, which is like right there. And we've gotten good looks. We just haven't knocked any of them down. So we've always been in the game. And like I said, once you start getting to the end of the bench guys, I like the Knicks' end of the bench guys more than I like the Timberwolves' end of the bench guys. Dillingham, a mid-range pull-up jumper over McBride, comes up short. McBride with the rebound. He's bringing it down. McBride has it up top, being guarded by Dillingham. Gets it over to Huck Porty. Huck Porty back to McBride. Coming to his right, driving it down, over to Dadier, wide open right wing three. Dadier gets it to go down, and the crowd explodes for Paco and Dadier. You love to see the young man cook. As the Knicks take a 2-point lead, you love to see the young man cook. Dadier works too hard to see him come out and put up a nothing burger. Happy to see the shot go down for the young man. The bench got up cheering for him. The crowd immediately exploded for him. So you love to see it. You love to see it. El Figgy said, you got to let Paco play. He's 20 years old. He'll never develop if you don't let these young kids cook and develop, which is why they fired Tom Thibodeau and they hired Mike Brown. Part of the reason. Part of the reason. Even if it's a small reason, it's still part of the reason. Kwame Robinson said, is Josh out? Josh is out. I think it's pretty likely he'll play on Monday, but he is out tonight. We'll see. That man, I don't think that man wants to play in preseason basketball at all. Michael Powell, what's up, Michael Powell? Let's go Knicks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nola No said, "Where's Edwards? Edwards is on the bench. We are in the fourth quarter of a preseason game. Fourth quarter of a preseason game means the starters are out." Alyssa Lester, we're rocking. We're rocking. Knicks finally retake the lead here in the fourth quarter. K. Hazy said, "If we win, the Wolves are going to be so disappointed." I don't know, K. Hazy. We watched some of the other preseason games, and teams with 20-point leads blow them in these preseason games. Like it, once you get to these fourth quarters and you get these end of the bench guys, you don't know who's going to be hot. Like Johnny Juzang was cooking the other night for the Timberwolves. He had 20-some points, hit like 6 threes. Could be anybody. Somebody could just come out, catch fire, and it's like, oh, okay. Okay. Steven said, Giants 20, Eagles 17 at halftime. Giants are cooking. It's nice. Nice to see. Generational hater. Being a generational hater in the chat. The Yankees lose. Yes, they do. Yes, they lost. They're out. They're out. Can't tell you I was not expecting it. Fully expecting that. Did not have belief in the Yankees this season at all. I'll tell you that. Nola No said, will Edwards come back into the game? He will not, Nola knows. He will not. None of the starters will come back into the game here in the third preseason game for both teams. Justice's dad said, wide open Eastern Conference. Never mind the Yanks, it's Knicks and 4 stuff. Yeah, we're done. Baseball season's over. It's officially over. The Yankees let us down. The Yankees let us down. The Mets let us down. The Jets let us down. The Giants, they initially let us down, but then they put Jackson Dart in, and so we might have some hope with Jackson Dart. And the only thing we have left is the Knicks. Highland bringing it down. Gets it over to Johnny Juzang's in the game and throws it right between the hands of Shannon Jr. Just took his eye off the ball and went right through his hands. Deuce McBride bringing it down against Highland. Hands it off to Clarkson. Over to McBride. Inside to Hukporty. Hukporty. It's Dadier cutting to the rim. Knocked out of his hands. Brogdon recovers it. Out to Clarkson. Clarkson maneuvering into the lane. Hits Dadier, comes to the rim. And tried to leave it off for Hukporty, but right between his hands. Got to catch that, Hukporty. Got to catch that. Got to be ready. Shannon Jr. driving it down. Good defense from Dadier and Hukporty. Forced the turnover. Here comes Clarkson coming the other way. Down the lane. Scoop play with the right hand. Got it to go. Good move from Clarkson. Knicks up by 4. 7:20 to go. Dillingham gets it over to Juzang. Juzang, quick catch and fire to the right corner, and he knocked it down. That man is a sniper. McBride has it up top. Quick crossover to his left, driving it down. Stops, turns, and spins, and is going to pull it back out. Gets it over to Hukporty in the high post. Hukporty directing some traffic. Good defense from Minnesota here. Good ball denial. Finally gets it out to McBride. McBride being guarded by Dillingham. Coming to his left, driving it down. Stop, step back, mid-range follow-away jumper. Got it to go. There you go, Deucey. Love to see my man work the mid-range. Love to see it. Just that's a low scoring here. Sheffy special, yes. Very low scoring game. Shannon Jr. left corner 3. He got it to go. We might start seeing some of these threes fall for both sides as we get into a fourth quarter with very low stakes. McBride bringing it down, hands it off to Brogdon. A lot of the pressure's off. A lot of the defensive intensity is lower. Behringer just volleyball spikes Brogdon's floater attempt right out of there, but right to Clarkson. Clarkson driving it down in the lane. Keeps his handle, whips the pass out to Dadier. Extra pass to a wide open Brogdon. Brogdon puts up the 3, can't get it to go. Clarkson keeps the rebound alive. There you go, Jordan Clarkson. I like the way he's playing right now. They get it out to Clarkson, stops, turns, and now he's handling it too much. Nice pass inside to Brogdon. Inside pass to Hukporty with a big two-handed hammer over Behringer. Block that one, kid. Block that one. Hukporty looking healthy out there. Highland up top. Tries to get over to Behringer. McBride dives on the floor. And they call a foul on Deuce McBride fighting for the ball with Behringer. Yeah, he said that's why Deuce got a 99 mid-range in 2K. Does he have a 99 mid-range 2K? I have not played the new 2K game. I have not picked that one up. AP said it's not a great sports year. It hasn't been a great sports decade. Not gonna lie. AP said we need to find some snipers, 3-point shooters stunk tonight. It's preseason. You can have some good nights and bad nights. Rob Dillingham, a step back three. 5:30 to go here in the fourth quarter, past the halfway point. Trey Jemison is in the game. Diawara is in the game. Kolek is in the game, along with Garrison Matthews. Getting them guys in there. Brogdon kicks it out. Diawara, three, line me up. Airballs it. And then a loose ball foul on Zakarski, trying to keep Trey Jemison off the boards. I like Trey Jemison. I like the way he's played so far here in the preseason. Sheffy, what are your thoughts on 00? Better than 0? Or it's all whatever? Like just the number? Just the number 00? I'm not a big fan of the 00. Right? Isn't Clarkson wearing 00? Are we talking about Clarkson or are we just talking about the number? I'm not a big fan of the 00. I'd rather just do the 0. John Corley said, what's good, Chef? What's up, John? Happy to see you again, John Corley. Trey Jemison has it up top. Hands it off to Brogdon. Gets it out to Matthews. Extra pass to Diawara. Diawara back out to Matthews. Back over to Brogdon. Shot clock winding down. 3, 2. Brogdon maneuvering. And then a moving screen on Trey Jemison. A moving screen on Trey Jemison. Great. Yeah, just the 00 jersey in general. Not the biggest fan of it. I don't hate it. I know some people hate it. I don't hate it. I would just rather do the number 0 straight up. Johnny Juzang, pull up 3, can't get it to go. Trey Jemison with the rebound. Quick outlet to Kolek. Kolek bringing it down. Kolek dancing around the Jemison screen. Maneuvering. Stops. Kicks it out. Diawara. Inside pass. Trey Jemison with positioning. Lefty hook. Over Zakarski. Got it to go. Trey Jemison, yes, sir. Nice inside pass from Diawara into Jemison. Rob Dillingham maneuvering, pump fake, steps through, floater, can't get it to go. Diawara with the rebound, and he's off and running. Quick outlet to Kolek. Kolek kicks it out to Brogdon. Brogdon in transition, the open 3. Too long, can't get it to go. Good box out and rebound from Zakarski on the Timberwolves. Here comes Bones Highland bringing it down. Going to try and calm things down a little bit. Buzzer Beater said, I'm predicting 60 wins. What's your number? 54. I'm hoping for 55 so we could beat the 2013 Knicks. 54, 55 wins, where I think I'm landing at. Johnny Juzang, a right corner 3, got it to go. Garrison Matthews gave him just enough airspace. Can't leave that guy. Minnesota with a 2-point lead here. 3:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Kolek has it up top, gets it over to Brogdon. Brogdon inside to Jemison. Jemison trying to get it out to somebody. Good ball denial from the Timberwolves. Knicks not moving enough. Gets it out to Brogdon. Sprays it over to Kolek. Kolek crosses over to his left, down the lane, knocked out of his hands, and it's off of Kolek. Ball going back to the Timberwolves. Good hands from Bones Highland there. And Tosan Evboomwan is checking into the game for the Knicks. My man Evboomwan. He comes in for Brogdon. Rob Dillingham bringing it down against Kolek. We are in fully end of the bench guys for both teams. Evboomwan ends up fouling Highland as he's trying to go to the rim. Buzzer Beater said, did you want Tibbs gone? Yes. I wanted to move on from Tibbs. I wasn't sure who I wanted as the replacement, so I don't know if I would have done it. But I was ready to move on from Tibbs. I didn't think he was the right coach for this team. Good coach. Did a lot for this Knicks organization. Was happy when they hired him. I think it was time to move on, though. The Knicks ended up fouling Bones Highland as he was driving to the rim. He's going to get 2 free throws out of it. John is saved. What's up, John? That shirt is bold. It's my Clyde Frazier shirt. We got a lot more shirts in the closet to pull out, brother. It's gonna get even crazier as the season goes on. Arthur Tafaro. What's up, Arthur? Dart drives a dodge. Shout out to him. Kolek bringing it down after Highland knocked down both of his free throws. Kolek up top. Coming to his left off the Jemison screen. Kicks it out to Diawara. Extra pass to Matthews. Matthews up top to Diawara. Under 3 to go. Diawara dancing with it. Okay. Mo Diawara. Kicks it out to Jemison. Jemison's got nowhere to go. Shot clock winding down. Over to Matthews. Pump fakes. He's got to chuck it up. Can't get it to go off the back rim. Fight for the loose ball. Diawara an offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Kolek. Extra pass to Matthews. Wide open 3 this time. Can set his feet. And just like that, he knocks it down. Crazy what happens when you allow a shooter to set his feet, give him enough airspace to get that 3 off. He knocks it down. 88-87. 2:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Knicks and Timberwolves in a close one. It is low scoring, but they are in a close one. Driving it down. They kick it out to Juzang. They run him off the line. Juzang with a push-off on Matthews. Going the other way off the offensive foul. 2:19 to go here in the fourth quarter. Approaching the 2-minute warning here. Buzzer Beater said, other than AP, who is the next face of the NBA? Who's the next face of the NBA? Who's the face of the NBA now? Would you still say it's LeBron and Curry and Durant? Would you still say it's those guys? I wouldn't. I guess it's still LeBron as long as he's playing. I get they're just so old. I feel like we're past that. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's like Jokic, Giannis, and SGA, who I would think are the 3 best players in the league right now. You know, even Doncic. I guess Doncic being in LA, it might be him next. Anil says Wemby. It might be Wemby. Who knows, man? Who knows? Me and my Knicks. What's up, me and my Knicks? Who's getting traded for Bakum or Kolek? Well, Kolek doesn't have any value around the league, so I would assume they would try to trade Kolek for at least a second-round pick. Wesley Robinson. What's up, Wesley? Jeffy just subscribed. Appreciate you, Wesley, man. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Hope you're having a good time tonight. I'm checking in from Long Island, New York, a.k.a. Strong Island, New York, the home of the Rockin' Public Enemy, EPMD, De La Soul, Fizz Marquis, Dr. J, Danny Green, Jim Brown, Rock Marciano, Craig Mack. Appreciate you, Wesley. Appreciate you. Appreciate Long Island. Appreciate you coming in the chat, hanging out with us, man. I hope you're having a good time tonight. Luan said Edwards, Doncic, and Jokic. I mean, those are the best players in the league, but I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think there's gonna be a face of the NBA. I don't think there is gonna be a face of the NBA. I don't think there's anybody who's gonna hit the heights of Jordan being the face of the NBA, transitioning out of that into Kobe for a little bit, transitioning out of that into LeBron for an extremely long time. Then Curry comes into play, and you got like LeBron and Curry as the faces of the NBA for a little bit there. But everybody's so old now, and there is no face of the NBA because, you know, like at the end of the season, Jokic goes back home. He's not hanging out in America doing commercials and hanging out and doing appearances and doing interviews, and he's going home. Same with Doncic. Same with Giannis. These dudes are not hanging out doing face of the NBA things. I don't think there is going to be a face of the NBA. So is Wemby. Wemby was out there training with the Tibetan monks, not even on social media for a while. Like, I don't think we're going to have a face of the NBA for a really long time. Chris Galaxy, what's up, Chris? The face of the NBA will be a collective of people, not just one. Yep, that's a good way of putting it, Chris. I don't think there's not going to be one face of the NBA. I think the NBA is going to become sort of like this amalgamation of, like, come watch the best players in the world do their thing. I think that's kind of what it's going to transition. It used to be, come watch the best player in the world in LeBron or Jordan or Kobe. Like, watch them. Look how skillful these one guys are. This one person, this one player is. But I don't think the league is played that way anymore even. A lot less one-on-one stuff in terms of, like, give LeBron the ball and he's going to make every single decision. A lot more team basketball nowadays. Kolek, a sidestep 3. Got it to go off the handoff from Jemison. Okay, we're trying to pick up a win here, guys. 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 90-88. Tyler Kolek knocked down the 3. Yes, sir. Dillingham has it up top. Quick crossover to his left, driving it down. Middle of the lane. Throws up a floater. Gets blocked from behind by my man Ebumwan, and the crowd is into it. The crowd is with a nice block from Ebumwan. The crowd cheering on their feet like this is a regular season game. Jemison has it up top. Sprays it out to Diawara. Diawara has it up top now. Being guarded by the big man Behringer. Over to Jemison. Jemison, pass fake. Throws up a floater. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball. Behringer able to rip it away from his own teammate. Here comes Rob Dillingham bringing it down now. 1:24 to go. Knicks with a 2-point lead. Dillingham dancing with it. Sprays it out to Johnny Juzang being guarded by Matthews. Juzang calling for a screen. In and out dribble to his right. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go. If it's not a three-point shot, Juzang not hitting it. Zakarski able to grab the offensive rebound, though. Driving it down, kicks it out to Zakarski. Right corner three, in and out, and stays out. Zakarski said, I snagged the offensive rebound. I'm getting rewarded, goddammit. Here comes Kolek bringing it down the other way. We're under a minute to go. Get one more basket here, and I feel pretty good about our chances of stealing a win here. Running away with it. Kolek has it up top. It's been a pretty brutal game from both sides. Some good defense and some putrid offense. Garrison Matthews, a left wing three, can't get it to go. Loose ball. Mo Diawara out hustling the Minnesota Timberwolves to that loose ball. Zakarski ends up fouling him. Zakarski, he's huge. That is a big young dude. But he does not look like an NBA player out there. Shout out Zakarski. I'm hoping for the best for you, big dog. 38 seconds to go. Kolek has it up top, being guarded by Juzang. Kolek driving it down, kicks it out. A boom one, pump fakes. Back out to Kolek. Shot clock winding down. Kolek in the mid-range, fall away mid-range jumper. Well short, can't get it to go. Loose ball. Behringer grabs it. Out to... Is that Shannon Jr.? That's not Shannon Jr., right? Enrique Freeman. And a timeout from the Timberwolves with 25 seconds to go. El Figgy said, good to see Kolek contributing. Yeah, maybe might raise his trade value, maybe. Knicks with a 2-point lead. Nas Delon, what's up, Nas? Giannis, Nikola, Tatum, by resume for young players. Yeah, but none of those guys, like you were just naming the best players in the league, but none of those guys are the face of the league. Right? I like what my man Galaxy said earlier. It's not going to be one player. None of these players are at the level of LeBron when he was the face of the league, at the level of Kobe when he was the face of the league, at the level of Jordan when he was the face of the league. You know, there was a stretch there where Tim Duncan was the best player in the league. Would you have dared say Tim Duncan was the face of the league? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm with you, Chris Galaxy. I'm with you, brother. I think that was a great point. I'm with you. Chano said, what a major comeback from the Knicks tonight. They were only down by 11. I know it felt like more because of how poorly they played, but I'm pretty sure the largest lead of the game was 11 or maybe 12 or something. It wasn't a lot. Like, that's a nothing lead. Nothing lead. El Figgy said preseason overtime. Please no. Please no preseason overtime. Please no. We don't need another preseason game, another preseason overtime game. We had one the other night. Rob Dillingham bringing it down to get over to Zakarski. Zakarski over to Behringer. Behringer hands it off to Enrique Freeman. Freeman gets it over to Juzang. Juzang driving to his right on Matthews in the lane, flips it up. And he got it to go down. No timeout. Come on, Kolek. Push, 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 push. Kolek bringing it down. Putting his head down, attacking, kicks it out. Matthews, pump fake, sidestep, a three. Hit the front of the rim, can't get it to go, and that's the end of the quarter. We're going to the faded fifth quarter. You know what? 5 more minutes of basketball. Throw it up on the clock. Let's do it. Let's do it. 5 more minutes of basketball. Who don't like basketball? Who doesn't want more basketball in their lives? Let's do it. The faded fifth quarter. I have to set it up. Gotta set the timer up. It's not 12 minutes. It is indeed 5 minutes. Susan said the other day that she thought preseason games should have been 2 minutes or 3-minute overtimes instead of 5. I'm with that. I'm with that. No, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted either. Here we go. Throw 5 minutes up on the clock. Throw 5 minutes up on there. Let's do it. Roll the ball back out. Juan said, I need 7 points by the Wolves and 5 points by the Knicks. I think you'll get there. I think it'll be at least 7-5 in the overtime here. We got 5 more minutes. Weeda said, in overtime, coach needs JC on the court. It's preseason, Weeda. It's preseason. We're not going to get these young guys, these veteran dudes on the court. We're going to keep these young dudes. How is this Giants game going, yo? How is this Giants game going, yo? So we're going to rock with it. Boom, one, Hugporty, Matthews, Kolek, and Dadier is going to come back in. Dadier in for Diawara. I might have just left Diawara out there. Why not? Why not? Jay Hazy said, I'm betting Jemison gets a contract. With the Knicks? He might get a contract with another team. I don't think he's going to get a contract with the Knicks. Still 20-17. Giants driving it down. Okay. How's Dart doing? Dart 12 for 16. Not letting him pass all that much. He is carrying it, though. He's got 45 yards on the round. All right, let's get to this game, though. Just wanted to check real quick on the Giants. Just want to check it. Here we go. Throw 5 more minutes back up on the clock. And the Timberwolves will start off with the ball. And Tristan Newton has it up top, being guarded by Kolek. Newton gets it over to, who's that? Now they get it over to Juzang. Bernard up there. Bernard has it for the Timberwolves. Sprays it out to Zakarski. Zakarski back to Bernard. Bernard being guarded by Abumwan. Step back left wing 3 for Bernard. Well short, can't get it to go. Long rebound. Finds its way out of bounds. Going to the Knicks. And Elise Johnson is coming into the game for the Timberwolves. Hey, Hazy said, not the Knicks. We have enough problems. I like Trey Jemison. He's bouncing around the league a little bit. He's found his way on the rosters. I don't think he'll get signed before the season starts. He might have to go to the G League and then get called up at some point. But I think he is an NBA player, like a third-string big. He's not bad. Matthews driving it down all the way to the rim. Righty layup. Can't get it to go. Hugporty with the offensive rebound and then gets fouled. Fouled by Bernard, I believe. Hattie, what's up, Hattie? Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? Happy to see you back, brother. First time I'm seeing Chi-Chi here during the preseason. Alfake, you said our bench looked aggressive tonight. Yeah, sloppy game, but, they looked aggressive. Inside pass to Dadier. Goes up and gets the finish. Nice aggressive move from Dadier, able to snag the rebound over the defender and get the finish over the defender. Tristan Newton bringing it down. Kolek picking up the half-court line. Over to Zakarski. Zakarski up top, hands it off to Bernard. Bernard coming to his right. Dadier chasing. Inside pass to the Bernard off the pick and roll. In the paint, leans in, kicks it out. Tristan Newton has it up top. Shot clock winding down, is down to 5. Bernard on the run, Euro step, puts up a tough floater. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Hugporty mistimed his jump. Loose ball, out of bounds, off of Bernard. Going back to the Knicks. Good job from Dadier to keep that play alive, not allowing him to get to that ball. Dennis Floyd, what's up, Dennis? Roger G. Wall, yes, sir. The classic fifth quarter, the faded fifth quarter. I might have to put that on a shirt, the faded fifth quarter. We don't call it the overtime period. It's the faded fifth quarter. Tosan and Boomwan with the right wing 3. Can't get it to go. Good creation from Tyler Kolek there to get him an open look. And Juzang in transition there. Can't knock down the floater. Hugporty able to rip the rebound away. Quick outlet to Kolek. Kolek bringing it down. Coming to his left. Off the Hugporty screen. Driving it down. Cross-court pass to Matthews. Extra pass to Boomwan. He's going to set his feet and fire. And he splashes the 3. Okay, Ev. Makes up by 5 with 3 minutes to go. Hold on to the lead and get out of here with a win. John Boozlon, my man John Boozlon. Happy to see you, John. LGK, what's up, LGK? So many familiar names out in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Liam Plays, what's up, Liam? I remember you, Liam. Zakarsky has it up top, being guarded by Huck. Got the restart of the timer. We're under 3 minutes now. Bernard driving it down. Tries to leave it off for Zakarsky. Gets knocked out of his hands. Bernard able to pick it back up. He's going to the rim. Gets swatted out of there by Huck Porty. And he picks up the loose ball. And he's out there hustling. Hit ahead to Matthews. A left corner three. Knock me down. Gets it to go down. Preseason basketball. And we're up by 8 with 2:30 to go here in the overtime period. We're getting out of here with a win, baby. Tristan Newman has it on the right wing. Coming to his left. Driving it down. Euro steps. Knocked out of his hands, but right to Zakarsky, and he gets the two-handed jam in the paint. Dadier bringing it down. Dadier hands it off to Kolek. Kolek hands it off to Matthews. Back up top to Dadier. Now over to Huck. Huck's got nowhere to go with it. Now hands it off to Kolek. Kolek coming down. Up top to Matthews. Driving to his right and gets hip checked by Juzang. 2 minutes to go here in the overtime period. Knicks up by 6. Hattie said hit the lights. The problem with hitting the lights with this new setup, you can't really tell. You can't really tell. Because I got show lighting for the green screen. You got to light the green screen up. Kolek, a follow-away jumper in the paint. Got it to go. Okay, Tyler Kolek. Okay, Tyler Kolek. Yes, sir. 100. I didn't give him a 3 previously. 100 to 92. Under 2 minutes to go. 140 exactly. Bernard coming to his left. A pull-up 3 for Bernard. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Kolek with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Hit ahead to Evboumwan. Evboumwan back to Dadier. Dadier over to Kolek on a relocation right wing 3. Can't get it to go. Elise Johnson rips down a rebound. He's bringing it down. Garrison Matthews in the backcourt trying to come up with a steal, but they call a foul on Matthews. Jay Hammer, 95 likes so far. I appreciate everybody in the chat hitting the like button. If you're having a good time tonight, go ahead, hit the like button. I very much appreciate it. We got damn near almost 200 people here in the stream. Only 96 likes. Y'all could run that up a little bit more. Let's get to at least 100. Let's get 4 more. Let's get at least 100. I'd very much appreciate it, y'all. Thank you. Let's get some likes in here to chat for an overtime win from our New York Knicks here in preseason. Bernard driving it down, gets it over to Newton. Good contest from Kolek. Didn't matter. Tristan Newton knocks down the 3 anyway. 5-point game, not over yet. Not over yet. Evboumwan has it up top on the left wing. Now hands it off to Kolek. Kolek curling off the handoff, driving it down in the lane, leans in, leaves it off for Big Huck. Huck gets blocked by Zakarsky, but ends up getting fouled. He's going to go to the foul line, 2 free throws. Excellent pass at the last second from Kolek to give Huck a wide open dunk in the paint. And good job from Zakarsky to contest it. He ended up fouling him, which is fine, but didn't give up the easy dunks. Going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. Hattie, Huckamania, he's running wild out there. Huckamania is running wild. Comes up short on the first free throw, though. He got knocked down your free throws, big dog. Buzzer Beater said, why do people watch your content but don't hit the like button? I don't know. Some people don't like hitting the like button on videos or even streams. It helps immensely. He misses 2 free throws. Big Huck. Mitchell Robinson. We got one big man who can't hit free throws. We can't have 2, Huck. We can't have 2. One of y'all got to start hitting some free throws. Johnny Juzang has it up top, dancing with it against Evboumwan. They swing it out. Bernard, a left wing 3. Comes up short, bouncing on the rim a couple of times. Almost got a friendly bounce, but he couldn't get it to go down. Evboumwan with the rebound. Here comes Kolek. Final 30 seconds of the game. The Knicks looks like they will pull it out. And my man LGK with the subscription. Appreciate you, LGK. Hope you're having a good time here tonight. And the Knicks are going to let the clock wind down. Kolek, a straightaway 3 at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. Zakarsky with the rebound. And that's going to be it. Overtime win for the Knicks. Knicks remain undefeated. Overtime victories don't matter. The Knicks were undefeated in preseason last year. And then they went out and got smoked by the Boston Celtics in the opening night. So it doesn't necessarily matter, right? All this is about is getting better, improving. Again, really like what I saw from Mikal Bridges and Mitchell Robinson. I thought they looked very good. Everybody else is still a little bit of a work in progress, right? Everything's still a little bit of a work in progress. If we want, we can look at the box scores real quick. Mikal Bridges led us in scoring with 15. Here we go. Randall had 16. Edwards had 17 on 17 shot attempts. So again, nobody really shot it well. Edwards had 17 points on 17 shot attempts, 2 for 7 from 3. Kind of throwing up shots, Not a great shooting night from anybody. The Timberwolves as a team shot 37% from the floor. 37% from the floor, and then by the end of it, they were 15 for 38 from 3. A lot of those came in the second half, obviously. Mikal Bridges led us in scoring with 15. I thought he played pretty well. I liked what I saw from Mikal Bridges today. 4 boards, an assist, 3 steals from Mikal. Huck 40 plus 15, by the way. Overall, the Knicks were 15 for 57 from 3. God damn, 57 threes? We got to cool that off a little bit. Nick Yak was right. The New York Celtics, relax, Knicks, relax. 57 threes is crazy. They'll dial that back down a little bit. They'll get into more of a groove offensively and whatnot. Joseph did, Wolves did all right. They did their thing. They did their thing. Dwayne Freddie Hubbard, my man, was popping. Sadu Barry, yes sir, yes sir. Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Knicks are the best, yes sir, yes sir. Appreciate you, Mark, of course. Hats off to the chat tonight. Y'all were fantastic. Fantastic stream. It's been a while since we had a Knicks game, so it felt good to be back in our natural zone, in our natural habitat here, watching Knicks games, streaming them, back in the Clyde Frazier inspired outfits. You know what I mean? It felt good. Felt good. It's Robin's birthday. Happy birthday, Robin. Hope you have a good time tonight. And everybody scored, by the way. Except for my man Mo Diawara. He's the only guy who didn't get points on the board. But everybody got points on the board except for Diawara, who played only 6 minutes. The least amount of anybody. Trey Jemison also played 6, but he got a dunk. But I appreciate everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Not much to really go over again. Preseason overtime battle. But that was incredibly fun. Low scoring game. And again, gotta get the percentages up. 36.7% from the field for our New York Knicks. Which isn't great. 32 for 85. Didn't shoot it well. 15 for 38. That's the Timberwolves. These are the Timberwolves stats. These are the Knicks stats. I was like, they shot 63s tonight, which is not cool. 35 for 102 is pretty horrible. This is pretty horrible right here. 15 for 57 is pretty horrible. I mean, 15 threes that you made are nice, but 57 three-point attempts is horrendous. These are the kind of things we make fun of the Celtics for doing. We are not doing this for the New York Knicks. 57 threes is far too many threes. I don't like it. I don't like it. Cool off on the three-point attempts. 15 for 20 from the foul line is nice. And I think they will calm it down on the three-point attempts. Got to get our guy, Josh Hart, in there. He's going to bring the three-point shots down because we know he don't like shooting them threes. But we'll get there. We'll get there. But thanks for everybody for hanging out with us. Mark said Eagles lose. I mean, they're on their way, right? They're on their way. Last time I checked, they were on their way. But that's going to wrap it up. And you guys know the rules. Remember, we will be live again tomorrow. We will be live again tomorrow for either... We're going to be live tomorrow for Celtics Rockets. I mean, yeah, Celtics Raptors. We will be live tomorrow for Celtics Raptors. It's a 7 o'clock start time. Be there, be square. Nazlan said Cavs look bad. Do they look bad? I mean, they're down 6 against the Bulls. I mean, it's preseason, big dog. It's preseason. We're going to be doing Celtics Raptors, 7 o'clock start time. Be there. Be there. We're going to watch our guys RJ and Quick do their thing. Brandon Ingram, new Raptor as well. Raptors look somewhat interesting. Celtics played pretty well in their earlier preseason game, so it should be a fun game. Then we'll talk about Saturday. We're off Sunday, and then we're back Monday for the Knicks. But it'll be a while. It'll be another 3-day stretch, 3.5-day stretch before we get back to our Knicks. But we'll be back live tomorrow as always. I appreciate everybody. Susan, MBM, Joseph, Nazlan, Dwayne, Freddie Hubbard, my man Mark, K. Hazy, everybody in the chat, Buzzer Beater, Nick Yak, Kina Hara I saw earlier, Sadu Barry, Jay Hammer, Weta, Hey Hazy, Breeze, Hattie, Sire Love. I'm just going down. Alyssa Lester, if you want your name shout out, you better put it in the chat right now. Angela Harding, appreciate you. AP, I said already. Mark, I said already. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Remember, brush your teeth before bed. Some of y'all got some stank breath. Chris Galaxy. Yes, sir. My man Chris Galaxy with a great point tonight about the face of the NBA. That's what I'm rocking with from now on, Chris. Great point. I'm stealing it. But I'll give you credit. I'm going to be like my man Chris Galaxy. He hit it right on the head. He hit it right on the head. Doug Fresh. Appreciate everybody. Remember to brush your teeth before bed because some of y'all got some stank breath. Shower because some of y'all be stinky. And get a good night's sleep because some of y'all be sleepy. So I appreciate y'all. Catch you on the next one. And until then, I'm out. Good night, everybody. Bye.